All right, guys, I am live and I am ready to call this one. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing? I am Dr. DeLay, and we are in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the San Francisco Giants try to, of course, stay alive in the NL Wildcard race as they take on our very own Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates, they actually yesterday announced that Johan Oviedo, remember him, right? It's been a while since we've seen him, since 2023. He'll be the starting pitcher today for the Pirates, so I'm really excited to see him pitch. I thought he did pretty well whenever he was with us a few years ago. You can see the ERA there, 4.31. Again, that's a little bit above league average, but really what I'm looking at is the whip, 1.02. That is really, really good. So I have a lot of confidence in him. Hopefully he's able to pick up right where he left off in 2023. Of course, again, we acquired him. I think, was that the Jose Quintana trade? I'm not too sure. But he, again, really, really solid. Really solid. He is the starting pitcher for the Pirates. And, of course, the starting lineup. In fact, we'll go ahead and announce the Giants lineup first since they are batting first. Elliot Ramos, Devers, he's at first. Shortstop is Adames. Third baseman is Chapman. DHing today is Smith. Second base is Schmidt. Center fielder is Lee. Catching is Bailey. And then the right fielder is McRae. Of course, starting on the mound for the Giants is, Justin Verlander. You may have heard of him. 1-8 on the season, ERA of a 4.53, whip of a 1.49. Not really the season that, we're used to, but again, he is kind of old, so it's a little bit okay. We understand that he's not in his prime anymore, and he'll be okay, I would say, today. Again, the last 7 starts, 1-4. Actually, yeah, so he's gotten his 1 win in the last 7 starts. 4.68 ERA, 1.59. So, again, not really that great, but, it is what it is. It's still cool to see him pitch. Starting lineup for the Pirates is Horwitz, and he's playing at first. Tommy Pham left, Nick Gonzalez at second, O'Neill Cruz at center. McCutcheon is DHing today. Peguero is at short, Suwinski in right, Bart at catcher, and Kiner Falefa is going to be at third base. That's interesting. So, again, a lot of moving parts with the Pirates, because of the trades. So, we'll see what happens. Of course, as always, feel free to like and subscribe if you like what you see. If you're new here, definitely do that. If you're, again, still new, obviously. Feel free to chat down below. Even if you're old, you can still chat down below. Hey, appreciate talking to you guys. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully it's a good one. First pitch is in about a minute or so. We still are in commercial break. I don't know why Zach Bailey came to mind, but it's Patrick Bailey. Yeah, I don't know either. Zach Bailey. Who is Zach Bailey? I'm trying to... Name is familiar. Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of Baileys. But, again, we are still in commercial break. Again, Johan Oviedo making his first start for the Pirates since 2023. I'm pretty excited to see this guy pitch. Again, he's solid. 6'6", 275. He's a big guy. He is a big guy. As we are returning to coverage in Pittsburgh, again, the Giants 56-56. Pirates, of course, they are most definitely out of it. Looking at the Giants here, 9 games back in the NL West for the wild card race. Still in it, 6 games back currently of the Padres. Again, the NL wild card, really solid teams. They're going to have to really dig deep here for the Giants and make a push. But still plenty of baseball left. You still got about 50 games left for everybody. So we shall see. Baseball purists, thank you, of course, for stopping by. Another Pirates sweep. We shall see. I'm not too sure. Again, I think the Giants, the Pirates swept the Giants. That's what a baseball purist was kind of alluding there. Another sweep. But I think the Giants are really ticked off that they got swept by the Pirates. So I think they're going to come out swinging today and try to put a hurting, as Southerners say. Yes, Southerners. I guess I'm a Southerner. On the Pirates. Again, Johan Oviedo, his rehab assignment really solid. 3.12 ERA, opponent batting average 215. So again, it's looking really promising. Again, the Pirates pitching really isn't the problem. It's the other side of that. It's the batting. Patrick Bailey, football player. Patrick Bailey. Huh. I'm going to have to look at that. Draven, I'm sorry. I cannot recall that guy. All right, again, they are still practicing, but it will be Heliot Ramos to lead off things in the top of the first for the Giants. He's batting .268, OPS of .763, 14 homers and 51 RBIs. As looks like Ramos is indeed approaching the plate. We are just a few moments away from first pitch as he's digging in again. Pretty solid season for him, though I think as of late he's not as good. Yeah, no, OPS just north of 6 last 7 games. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Oviedo's first pitch in, well, just under 2 years. So 0-1 count, 94 on the fastball, by the way. So velocity's not too shabby. Here is the 0-1. That is inside for ball 1. Ball 1, 96 on the gun. New room. No, sir. We just actually flipped it, so it looks a little more presentable now. Here is the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 88 on the breaking ball there. No, we just flipped it around. Looks a lot more presentable. I think so, anyway. Hopefully you guys agree. 1-2 count here for Ramos. It is not a packed house in Pittsburgh. Let's just say that. Lots of empty blue seats. All right, 4-day games. My boss is going to love this. Yep, got your, yeah, for real. Here's the 1-2. That is low for ball 2. Not the same. Yeah, no, you did. 2-2 count for Heliot Ramos. Oviedo delivers. Ground ball to second. Backhand throws. Oh, it's a nice stop by Horowitz, who had to step off the bag to make the catch, because that one definitely would have passed him and probably would have meant that Ramos would have headed to second. So an errant throw. He was moving to his right, and he was in shallow center field, so it was going to be a tough play there. So that's a single for Ramos. So if you had Ramos for a hit tonight, hey, look at that already. All right, that'll bring up Rafael Devers. Batting .258, OPS of 842. Oviedo looking over at first. Sets and delivers. That is upstairs for ball 1. 94 on the gun. 20 home runs and 77 RBIs. Hello there, Ultimate Sports. How's it going? You have San Francisco minus 1.5. Yeah, that's not really a bad choice at all. 1-0 count here. Here is the pitch. Checked his swing, but that one was way inside for ball 2. 2-0 count again. I do apologize if Nightbot starts going crazy. I've tried to make all the adjustments in the world for him. Oviedo sets on the 2-0 and delivers. Breaking ball just missing for ball 3. Looks like it does catch the zone there on the slow-mo there, showing the replay, but didn't get the call. As Oviedo sets on the 3-0. And fires. That's in there for a called strike, 86 miles per hour. I'm assuming on the changeup. 8 likes already. Oh my goodness, you guys are awesome. Shoot. You guys are so cool. You guys are so great. 3-1 count. Oviedo sets and delivers. That's just low. Ball for 77 miles per hour there. I'm not too sure what that pitch was, as that is a walk. Yeah, I didn't quite see what that pitch was. It was definitely a much slower pitch. Adames is batting .232, OPS of 724, 17 homers and 59 RBIs for Willy Adames. Runners on first and second. Oviedo looking back at second and delivers. That is way outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Oviedo And a little bit of a rough start here. I mean, he started off first pitch nice, but, ever since then, of course, it's been a little rough. Here is the 1-0. That is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. 87 on the gun. 1-1 count. Oviedo sets. Looks back at second. And delivers. Breaking ball just missing for ball 2. Thomas again, has been in the majors for a while. Made his debut in 2018. Oviedo sets and delivers. That is down low, ball 3. So Oviedo, again, this is his first start since 2023. Really solid. His whip in 2023 was a 1.02, I believe. ERA was north of 4, but this guy doesn't really allow many walks and hits. Of course, that was pre-injury. 3-1 count. Oviedo delivers. That is in there, right down the middle for a called strike. Three and 2. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. Oviedo sets. And delivers. That is way upstairs, ball 4. Almost hit Adames, but it's going to be a walk regardless, as that's ball 4. JJ, how's it going? It's good. Everything's good, man. How about you? Not good for the Pirates right now is the Giants. Already bases loaded here. It looks like Oscar Marine, the pitching coach for the Pirates, he's going to have a little chat. Again, this is Oviedo's first game in a while, so it's going to be a little bit of growing pains are expected here. Matt Chapman will be up to the plate. He's batting .230, OPS of 782, 16 homers, and 42 RBIs on the season for him. Again, bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of the first, as looks like the meeting of the minds will conclude. All right, here is Matt Chapman. Oviedo sets and delivers. That is going to be in there for a called strike on the outside corner. 96 on the gun. They have taken away the strike zone. Now I have to really work for my calls here. I'll just wait for the umpire. 0-1 count. Now they put it back. There we go. Oviedo delivers the 0-1. That is on the outside corner as well. Strike 2. Just getting a piece of that outside corner. Chapman, with his career, in his career with the bases loaded, batting .229. So, not the best hitter to have at the plate right now. 0-2 count. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. His first strikeout since 2023. All right, that'll bring up Dominic Smith. He's batting .269, OPS of 748, 3 homers and 17 RBIs. Of course, again, bases loaded, 1 out. Oviedo sets, looks over at third, and delivers. Breaking ball just missing, upstairs, ball 1. Oviedo rocks and sets and fires. That is in there for a called strike. 96 on the gun. It's a nice sunny day in Pittsburgh. Couldn't tell you the temperature. I should have looked that up. Behind home plate, you got a nice crowd there, but of course everywhere else in the ballpark it is pretty empty. Here's the 1-1. That is in there at the knees for a called strike. 95 on the fastball. One more like for 10. Again, thank you guys so much. And of course, thank you, Butterfly, for being awesome, for being there. 1-2 count. Here is the pitch. Chopper, and that one is just foul. So we'll do this again at 1-2. Again, bases loaded here. This is, again, Oviedo's first start since 2023. 91 degrees there. Okay, yeah. In Austin, Texas. 1-2. Here is the pitch. That is upstairs. 95 on the gun. So the count is now 2-2. Oviedo at 24 pitches. Again, this was kind of expected here. His first start again in a few years, so it would be awesome if things went smoothly, but that's just a lot to ask for. As he sets on the 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Cruz has it. Now he fumbles the ball. Now he's going to throw to third, and it's cut off by Peguero, and that is going to score 2. Or no, just 1 run. They held up the guy. I guess the third base, I assumed that he was running home, but I guess the third base coach didn't see the fumble by Cruz. So it's just 1-0 as it's still bases loaded. So an RBI single. Oh, yeah, he would have easily scored. And then he told, yeah, no, that's interesting. All right, Casey Schmidt at the plate, batting .253, OPS of .736, breaking ball upstairs, ball 1. 6 home runs and 21 RBIs on the season for him. Again, Cruz, it is a new position for him. But still a little, I mean, at least they didn't score on it. That's what matters. Here's the 1-0. That is going to be yanked to left, and that one is foul. That one definitely was given a good ride. 1-1 count here. Pirates in their black jerseys, black away jerseys, yet they are at home. I know it's very weird. I guess they hate this jersey, which is their best one. I don't know. 1-1. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball 2. Well, these guys aren't wasting any outs. They are getting right to it. Yeah, I honestly, this is kind of what I had thought. The Giants, again, they got embarrassed by the Pirates just a week ago, getting swept. As here is the 2-1. That is outside ball 3. So I felt like, again, they would want to really come out and put a statement game 1, like, hey, this ain't happening. That ain't happening again. 3-1 count here to Schmidt. Again, bases loaded, 1 out. Giants already up 1-0. Oviedo sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. And a ball in the dirt, strike 2. And it looks like the Pirates already warming up a pitcher. That's not what Oviedo was envisioning. 3-2 count. Oviedo sets and fires. Checked his swing. Did not go. That's going to be ball 4, so he walks in a run. So now it's 2-0 Giants. Not the start again he was hoping for, or we were hoping for. That'll bring up Jung-Hoo Lee. He's batting .258, OPS of .733, 6 homers and 44 RBIs on the season. Well, at least the Pirates are going to have to score runs today. We'll see if that's doable. As Oviedo sets and delivers. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Looks like Lee was taking the whole way. Pirates did score a lot of runs in Colorado, but, you know, that was there. This is here. 0-1 count. Oviedo rocks, sets, and delivers. That is outside for ball 1, 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Oviedo at 33 pitches. I don't know what the goal here was for him in his first game back, but I don't know. They might have to rush things. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Blew it right past him. 94 upstairs. One and 2 count. Oviedo sets and delivers. That is way outside, ball 2. Davis with a nice save there. I talk about the Giants again. They are 500, just 6 games back of the wild card, so plenty of baseball left. That can be easily done. 2-2, Oviedo delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. His second strikeout. As many strikeouts as runs allowed here. That'll bring up Patrick Bailey. That is Draven's favorite player. He's batting .209, OPS of .566, 2 homers and 31 RBIs. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs. Oviedo sets. And fires. That is outside for ball 1. 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Count is 1-0. Oviedo looking over at third. Sets. And delivers. Breaking ball just low, but gets a call. That is strike 1. That's a 77-mile-per-hour breaking ball. So Oviedo once again sets and delivers. That is hit, and that was going to go out of play. So now he's 1 strike away again of trying to get out of here. Not what he envisioned, but again, hey, it's only up from here, we hope. Of course, if you're a Giants fan, you're like, hey, no, 2 runs, we need some more here. As Oviedo sets on the 1-2. And they're going to call a pitch clock violation. I was wondering what was happening. They didn't really show the clock on the scoreboard. Yeah, no, he didn't get it off in time. All right, that's a free ball, so it's 2-2 count. Oviedo sets. Kicks and deals. Just misses. Oh, man. Did catch a little bit of the zone, but it's a 50-50 call, really. Ball 3. 40 pitches, as this is going to be his 41st. Oviedo sets. And delivers. That is going to be fouled back. 41 pitches. This is, again, his first start since 2023. Three and 2 count. Apparently this is the most pitches in the first inning by a Pirates pitcher this season, as Bailey did call for time, by the way, as Oviedo sets and fires. That's going to be popped up, and that is going to go foul. So pitch number 43, Troy Polamalu coming up. Again, bases loaded. 2 outs, Giants up 2-0. Up early in this one. As again, they try to keep themselves in range for the NL Wildcard as Oviedo sets and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So he gets all the outs or strikeouts. 2 runs for the Giants, 2 hits. As we head to the bottom of the first, the Giants lead 2-0. Oviedo, hopefully that's not it for him, but Greg Brown is saying that's probably it for him. All right, again, I don't really think I guess there's some other games happening right now. Twins lead the Tigers 1-0 in the bottom of the second. 0-0 in Miami, or Houston is taking on the Marlins. Phillies lead the Orioles 1-0 in the top. Nope, I'm just kidding. The Orioles just scored 2, so they now lead 2-1 over the Phillies. And that is it for now. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play content. Thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, If you're able to like that, press that like button. That is awesome. Of course, if you're able to subscribe, that is awesome too. Of course, if you're already subscribed, thank you. Thank you very much. This has been fun. Again, Justin Verlander is the starter for the Giants today. Went over his stats earlier. 1-8 record, 4.53 ERA, whip of a 1.49. And for the Pirates, of course, I'm sorry, I thought Davis was catching because he was actually moving behind the plate. That's my bad. It's Joey Bart. Horowitz, Pham, and Gonzalez. I did go over the lineup. I guess I had already forgotten. Look at me go. Look at me go. If you can tolerate bad play-by-play, hey, this is the channel for you. Spencer Horwitz will be leading off to begin the bottom of the first, batting .259, OPS of .726, 5 homers, and 31 RBIs on the season. Had a really nice series against the Rockies. Verlander, I miss him. Oh, man. Yeah. Yep, he's been in a lot of places. Love play-by-play content's for real. 100% you call games you want. Hey, no, it's pretty neat. I wouldn't call it a job, though. I do not make any money from this. But thank you. It is neat to do. It is fun. Hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. Hey, that's great, Kenneth. I'm doing well. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 91 on the gun. Thank you, of course, for stopping by. 0-1 count here to Horwitz as he's going to ask for time. Something's in his eye. Did have 2 home runs yesterday. Last 7 games. OPS north of 1,000. Same thing for last 15. He has been hitting the ball well. Here is the pitch. 93 upstairs. That is ball 1. Count is 1-1 to Spencer Horwitz. Verlander is an amazing player. He's definitely had a great career. Here is the 1-1. That is low for ball 2. Pirates, again, they're going to try to match this Giants offense, and I think is going to come out and do very well tonight. Again, they got swept by the Pirates. Here is the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 93 on the gun there. All fastballs so far. 2-2 count for Horwitz as Verlander kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Ramos has some trouble with it. Horwitz is going to go to second and take advantage. I don't know if they'll call that a double, but we have a runner on second regardless of the call. Again, Cruz had some trouble. Maybe it's the sun. I'm not too sure. But Horwitz taking advantage. Just, again, good stuff there. Just a few seconds by Ramos of, not able to get the ball in time, and that allowed Horwitz to get to second. That'll bring up Tommy Pham. He's the best hitter on the Pirates right now. Here's the pitch. That is low for ball 1. Batting .271, OPS of .723, 5 homers, and 31 RBIs on the season. An 11-game hitting streak, batting .395 in that streak. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball just almost hit him. Ball 2. Two-0 count. Runner on second for the Pirates. Verlander looks back at Horwitz and delivers. That is low for ball 3. Verlander, my ex-Stro, was with the Astros. Of course, he started off with the Tigers. I can't remember. I'm sure he was with other teams. That escapes me right now. 3-0 count. Here is the pitch. That is right down the middle for a called strike. Three and 1 count. Verlander looks old. Oh, man. Kind of sad seeing these players get old. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 94 upstairs. Pham chased it. 3-2. Verlander looks back at second and delivers. Ground ball to short. Adames throws to first for out number 1. But Horwitz does move up to third. So a base runner just 90 feet away. So that'll bring up Nick Gonzalez. He's batting .275, OPS of 740, 5 homers, and 17 RBIs on the season. And a glorious mustache. It's Verlander. Looks over at third, kicks, and deals. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1 to Nick Gonzalez. Again, the Giants already leading 2-0. Verlander looks over at third and delivers. That's going to be hit to right. At the warning track, he makes the catch for out number 2, but it will be a sacrifice fly as Horwitz comes across the score. Giants lead now only 2-1. Is my tracker messed up? What do you mean tracker? That'll bring up O'Neal Cruz. He's batting .213, OPS of 726, 18 homers and 48 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That is inside for ball 1. Base is empty now for the Pirates, 2 outs. Verlander kicks and deals. That is inside ball 2. If you're referring to the pitches, it's a little ahead. So I do have a little more success when I kind of force you guys to listen to the voice. I know it's terrible. Here is the 2-0. That's going to be cut back, and that is going to be fouled back. 2-1. Two and 1 count. Verlander delivers the 2-1. That is in there for a called strike. 85 on the gun. His windup is really fast. Really fast. I don't know why, but it is. It's making the pitchers look. The pitches look a lot. Like it's coming to him faster. Here is the 2-2. That is outside ball 3. So 3-2 count. As Verlander kicks and deals on the 3-2. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to go foul. If I need to do this WD-40 thing on this chair, I don't know why I don't do it. Looks like Cruz is going to ask for time on this big 3-2 pitch. Maybe it's not that big again. Base is empty here. 2 outs. Verlander kicks and deals. That's going to be fouled back. It does hit the catcher there, Bailey. No padding, so he's going to have to walk this off. Verlander, of course, number 1 in a lot of categories as far as active pitcher starts, wins, innings, complete games, and strikeouts. Second in shutouts with 9 ERA, 3.33. That is 8th. But number 1 in wins, 263 starts, 545. I mean, that's a lot. Verlander delivers the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pirates do get a run as we head to the top of the second inning. Giants lead 2-1. I didn't see Oviedo. They showed Oviedo there going back inside the dugout. So, yeah, no, he will not be pitching, I don't think. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play content. I should have drank a lot more water. I am thirsty for some reason. But I do appreciate you guys for, of course, clicking on this video, and that definitely helps. Super thank you if you're able to like and subscribe. We got plenty of baseball and football on this channel. checking over some scores from around Major League Baseball. The Twins, they lead the Tigers 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Astros and Marlins are tied at 0 apiece in the bottom of the third. Orioles, they lead 2-1 over the Phillies in the bottom of the second. The Indians and the Mets, they are just now getting underway. That is at 0-0. It's as if they were still playing in Colorado. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, if you're referring to the offense, I mean, they are hitting well. But if you're talking about how they're just losing, well, hey, that's accurate as well, Steve. But, yeah, no, a lot of runs. I mean, 2-1, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but for one inning, I mean, shoot. You have that every inning. You're looking at 18-9, so. Do it for the Giants whenever we do return to action is Grant McCray. I don't think I've covered him at all this year. I've done a lot of Giants games, but I haven't seen Grant McCray. He's batting .222, OPS of .667. We'll round up 0 homers and 1 RBI. As we are indeed returning to action, we do have a new pitcher for the Pirates. It is Yohan Ramirez. Oviedo, not the performance he was looking for. 1-0 record, 4.91 ERA whip of a 1.27. So he faces McCray. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1, 94, by the way, on the fastball. As Ramirez sets on the 0-1 and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 95 on the fastball this time. Oh, 0-2 count. Oviedo obviously not happy with himself, as here is the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. 95 way away. Count is 1-2 to McCray, the number 9 hitter. Here is the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The Pirates, all the outs that they've gotten the Giants are all strikeouts. Here is Heliot Ramos. He's batting .270, OPS of .765, 14 homers on the year and 51 RBIs. Ramos is 1 for 1 on the day as Ramirez sets and delivers. That is in there for a called strike. 95 just above the knees. 0-1 count. Again, they're just showing a lot of camera on Oviedo. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a chopper to short. Peguero throws to first for out number 2. All right, that'll bring up Rafael Devers. He is batting .258, OPS of .844, 20 homers and 77 RBIs on the season. He walked in the first inning. Ramirez sets and delivers. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. That one was not caught by the catcher, Bart. I don't know what in the world happened. Oh, it just went off his glove. All right, 0-1 counts. Ramirez kicks and deals. That's going to be hit, and that's going to go back behind home plate for a foul ball. It's not a clean game for me. I'll try to warm up and get into this one. I give my performance a 3 out of 10. 0-2 count. Ramirez delivers. That is just low for ball 1. Breaking ball at 85 miles per hour. One and 2 to Devers. It's Ramirez sets and delivers. That is in the dirt. Did it get him? I don't think it did. So ball 2. And now they're looking over to the dugout to see if it did. You would think Devers would know if it hit him. I'm just saying. Devers never made an appeal that it hit him. Yeah, that's what the color guy just said. Well, certainly you think you'd feel it. 2-2 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be chopped, and that's going to go foul. Count is even at 2-2. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the second. The Giants lead 2-1. Nice snag by Logan Webb. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit, and that's going to go foul. Once again, 2-2. Ramirez sets and delivers. Breaking ball outside for ball 3. Count is full. We are the Pirates, the mighty, mighty Pirates. Yes, we are definitely something. I don't know about mighty dreaming. 3-2. Ramirez delivers. That's going to be hit to third. IKF throws to first. Did he get him? No. Devers able to run it out. That one was close. IKF normally doesn't play third, so I don't know. It's a little bit of a longer throw. And he is, I believe that's going to be out. And yeah, they are going to challenge. That is like a fraction of a second. All right, looks like they are going to challenge, and I think that's going to be an out. So it should be a 1-2-3 inning here. But again, they're going to, of course, take a look at it. Peguero already making his way to the bench. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and head on over to the Pirates lineup. That one was indeed close, but it will be an out. So I believe Devers. All the Pirates are making their way to the dugout. There's still no call on the field. This is interesting. They're going to take a look at there we go. The runner is indeed out. So Devers heads to the bench. We head to the bottom of the second. Giants lead 2-1 over the Pirates. The Pirates. Once again, the Pirates are pretty much out of it. The Giants only 6 games back of the NL Wildcard, the last spot being held by the Padres. So again, the Giants are still in this. They are indeed trying to stay alive in that NL Wildcard race. Of course, they got swept by the Pirates last week, so they're looking to return the favor here in Pittsburgh. But the Pirates did score a lot of runs against the Rockies, but the problem is their pitching and their bullpen, really. Well, even their starting pitching wasn't all that great, so oh well. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play content. Been doing a lot of Pirates games. I do some Giants games, of course, so if you're a Giants fan here, hey, I've been doing you guys for a while, as I do have a lot of Giants subscribers, even in the days where I didn't make the thumbnails. I did some Giants games. But yeah, a lot of baseball on this channel, a lot of football as well. So if you're a football fan, definitely subscribe. We'll be doing a lot of that. Do it for the Pirates will be Andrew McCutchen, Liover Peguero, and Jack Suwinski. Hoping that Captain Jack can return to form, his 2023 form or 2022. I think it's 2023. Scores from around Major League Baseball, the Twins leading the Tigers 1-0. 0-0 between the Astros and the Marlins. Marlins on the come-up. Orioles leading the Phillies 3-1. And, of course, zeros across the board elsewhere across the nation. Once again, here is Andrew McCutchen as we do return to action here in Pittsburgh. I'd be happy if we reached 500 before year's end, but that's not... But not if that let's keep. Oh, yeah, no, it'd be so cool to, just get hot all of a sudden. But, yeah, no, that won't happen. How's it going, Ultimate Sports? Welcome back. Here is the pitch that is low for ball one. McCutchen batting .246, OPS of .704. 11 home runs, and 39 RBIs. Verlander kicks and deals. Breaking ball, that's in there for a called strike. As always, thank you, Denny. And thank you, everyone else, for stopping by as well. 1-1, here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. All breaking balls here. Some batters he's approaching with straight fastballs. And with McCutcheon here, he's just straight breaking balls. 1-2 count here. Verlander kicks and deals. That's going to be in the dirt. Ball two. 2-2 count. Verlander delivers the 2-2. That's going to be hit to center. On the run is Lee. He is booking it, makes the catch for out number one. He was running. I don't know if Lee is short, but those legs were just going so fast. I'll have to look at his height next time. That'll bring up Liover Peguero. He's batting .265, OPS of .953, 4 homers and 7 RBIs. I see you and Thomas will be competing when it comes to Sox game. Oh, yeah. Well, again, I do bounce around Major League Baseball. Here is the pitch. That is inside ball one. I can't. Who? Thomas. Do I just, forget? I forget who people's names are. Here is the 1-0. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. But, yeah, no, I do bounce around. Again, that's, tomorrow I'm doing Red Sox and Royals. And then, of course, Wednesday coming back to do these guys early in the afternoon, as that's going to be popped up and fouled back. So 1-2 count. Unsure if it's a doubleheader Wednesday. I'd love to do 2 games. I have yet to do that since I've returned from vacation. But I'm thinking Wednesday probably will. I have yet to see Superman. I'd like to go see that. That might be a perfect opportunity. Here is the 1-2. That's outside. Verlander walking off there, but no, that one was just outside. Ball 2. 2-2 count. Verlander kicks and deals. That's going to be fouled back. Sticking the Reds. I gotcha. I'll actually be doing Pirates-Reds Thursday, too. Brian Hayes coming back to Pittsburgh. That'll be pretty fun. 2-2 count. Here is the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Peguero goes down. That'll bring up Jack Suwinski. He's a player, again, I mention it almost every time, but Draven and I love this guy. We just remember that year, 2023, 26 homers on 447 at-bats. That'd be nice. Here's the pitch. Suwinski hits this to center. Shallow left center. Ramos coming on and making the catch for out number 3. All right, Pirates replicate the Giants 1-2-3 second inning as we head to the top of the third. Your score, Giants 2, Pirates 1. Am I covering Ohio State and Texas? I'd love to, but I unfortunately will not be doing that. I want to so bad. That'd be such a great game to call, but I will not. I'll be doing another game that day, and I still don't really know. I want to do every Pitt game, but I just know Pitt and Duquesne is going to be a blowout, so I don't really. That might be something I have the subscribers of the channel vote on. Which again, I will have polls. That you guys will have a lot of pool on what I call for football, NFL, and college football. I just don't know if Pitt is the game that I need to do that week 1. So I don't know. Good evening, Sean. How's it going? It's a pleasure as always to see your name in the chat. Sean is a Giants fan, so you Giants fans, again, you can thank that guy. He is the first Giants fan to interact with me a lot and sub to the channel. That is why I do a lot of Giants games, so you can thank Mr. Sean Cummings for that. Again, even if you guys don't play the Pirates, I do make sure I get you guys on this channel. So feel free to subscribe if you're a Giants fan. I'm sure I'll see you guys later in the season, even without the Pirates. And again, once I hit a certain day, the Pirates games, unfortunately, might be a little less and less because of the playoff race. I got to look at it. But again, if I'm still, I don't know, if the Pirates are getting me some, I would like to make it a lot of Pittsburgh fans that are on this channel. But, I understand interest in the Pirates can only be so high, especially right now. So, we'll see what happens. Willie Adames is going to be coming to the plate here. He's batting .232, OPS of .726, 17 homers and 59 RBIs. You will. Oh, okay, cool. Well, good job. Good luck. Good luck. As Ramirez sets and delivers. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball one. Thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you, Sean. Thank you very much. Adames walked in the first inning. 1-0 count here. Again, Pirates starting pitcher has already been removed. Of course, it was his first start in 2 years. Here is the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Who was pitching for San Francisco? That would be Justin Verlander. You may have heard of him. Butterfly loves Justin Verlander. 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit, and that's going to go foul. One and two count here for Willie Adames. Ramirez sets on the 1-2. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. Had him out in front. He struck him out. A lot of strikeouts today for the Giants. It's the fifth strikeout now that they've struck out. I don't know what in the world is going on. That is way behind. See, look at that. If I had it on there, boom. Look at that. Now I'm ahead for a change. That'll bring up Matt Chapman. He's batting .230, OPS of .780, 16 homers and 42 RBIs. He's 0 for 1. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. There you go, Butterfly. Loves Verlander. Sean hopes that Verlander can get his second win on the night. 0-1 count. Ramirez sets and delivers. That's going to be hit to center, and that is going to drop for a base hit. Cruz fields it and throws it back in, so Chapman again with a single. That'll bring up Dominic Smith. He's 1 for 1, had an RBI single in the first inning to open up the scoring here. He's batting .275, OPS of .760, 3 homers and 18 RBIs. Giants teed off on the Mets yesterday. Devers may be breaking out. Hey, that's always good to hear for the Giants. They're going to need him down the stretch here. Here is the pitch. That is outside for ball one. Of course, I myself, this may not surprise you, I'm pulling for him to stay at 1 win tonight. I'd like to see the Pirates win, even though it would be a meaningless win. It's always nice to see him win. We don't really get to see it often. Here is the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Smith has been hot. Yeah, you seem to like Dominic Smith. And, hey, I mean, he's definitely not a bad first baseman by any means. 1-1 counts. Ramirez looks over at first and delivers. That's going to be chopped foul. Yeah, Smith with the bases loaded on RBI single. Could have had 2 had the third baseman really just kept waving him home, but he stopped him. Cruz kind of fumbled the ball out in center, and third base coach didn't really see. He saw it too late. So, really, it could be 3-1. Well, no, that runner ended up scoring. Never mind. I retract that statement. 1-2 here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right. Under it, though, is Suwinski as he makes the catch for out number 2. So, yeah, I retract that. It still would be 2-1. My bad. My bad. All right, that'll bring up Casey Schmidt. He struck out earlier in this one. He's batting .253, OPS of .740, 6 homers and 22 RBIs. a Hawaiian shirt giveaway. If you live in Pittsburgh, go to the game Saturday. If you had to pick a game this weekend, I know people protesting or boycotting the game. But if you do go to the game, go Saturday, you get a Hawaiian shirt. That's going to be low, as that's going to be a pass ball, and Bart could not get that one, so Chapman goes to second. Compared to Wade, Smith is Don Mattingly. Not a fan of Lamonte Wade. One-0 count here to Schmidt. Ramirez delivers. Schmidt gets a piece of that one, as that's going to be fouled back. Hawaiian shirt, yes. If you are in the Pittsburgh area, or if you're a Reds fan tuning in, I actually do have some Reds fans that are subscribers. Christopher LeClaire, he's popped in. He hasn't in a while, and it's because I haven't done a Reds game in a while. I need to go back to them, as that's going to be right back to the pitcher. Ramirez's glove, and he's going to have to eat it. Gonzalez coming in. They wanted to check him, the staff was coming out, actually. He's like, hey, no, go back. Yeah, he was telling him, hey, shoo. Right back up the middle. All glove. Almost, it would have been a nice catch. All right, so it's going to be runners on the corners for the Giants. That'll bring up Jung-Hoo Lee. He's batting .258, OPS of .732. He's 6 foot, so I don't know. I guess he moves those legs when he's running in center field. He had to be there earlier. 6 home runs, 44 RBIs. Ramirez sets, looks over at third, and delivers. That is in there for a called strike at the knees. 96 on the gun. Butterfly likes Hawaiian shirts. 0 for 1 with a strikeout as Ramirez sets, looks over at third, and delivers. Ground ball to short. Tosses to second for the force for out number 3. Nothing doing there for the Giants, so we head to the bottom of the third where the Giants still lead 2-1. All right, let's see here. Again, the Twins leading the Tigers 2-0. The Tigers have kind of been 500 for a while now in their last, month or so. Astros all of a sudden leading 5-0 over the Marlins. Again, the Marlins are red hot there. Same winning percentage as the Giants. That is pretty amazing. Orioles and Phillies are tied up at 3 apiece in the bottom of the third. And zeros in New York as they host the Indians. Braves lead the Brewers 1-0 in the top of the second. And the Red Sox lead the Royals 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, like and subscribe for more play-by-play content. I've been doing this since opening day, and it's been pretty fun. Look forward to doing it even more in the future. And, again, baseball. But, of course, football is just right around the corner. Actually, after the Pirates and Reds game Thursday, the goal, and I haven't posted yet because I really don't know. It might be a last-minute decision. But the goal is to do a preseason game. So if you have any interest in hanging out and listening to some football, I got you covered with Raiders and Seahawks. And I'll be doing Browns, Panthers Friday. And then for the weekend, I don't really know. I'll try to get one of each, football and baseball, on the weekend. But, of course, for football season, I will be doing just football on the weekends. But, of course, during the week, it is still baseball. I'm sorry, guys, checking out this. Yeah, no, I saw that earlier as well. Yeah, again, thank you, Butterfly, for doing that. You're awesome. You really are. All right, we are returning to action here in Pittsburgh, where, again, the Giants lead 2-1 over the Pirates. Joey Bart is going to be up to the plate for the first time. Definitely not a year to remember for him. He's batting .243, OPS of .650, 6-1 homer, and 17 RBIs. That is outside ball 1. Bart, of course, is a former Giant, so you guys tuning in that are Giants fans remember him, probably not so fondly. We remember him last year as really awesome. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Throws to first for out number 1. Again, he had 13 home runs on only 250 at-bats. OPS near 800 last year. This year, a regress to the means. That'll bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Again, he's playing third base today. He's batting .273, OPS of .652, 1 homer, and 29 RBIs on the year. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Yeah, Discord. Discord is an app, Sean. Do you believe in the Pirates today? Be honest. No. To be honest, Travis, you can ask me that for every game, and I'll say no. That's going to be outside. So it's a 1-1. So if you're looking to bet, Travis, and you're looking at the most realistic and possibly most pessimistic Pirates fan, 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is going to be hit to right, and that's going to go foul. So, yeah, no, I have no faith. No, I have no belief that they will win today. Again, I think the Giants are looking for revenge. Again, they oh my gosh, they're showing a Tigers pitcher had his foot on fires. That's going to be flared to first. Endeavors makes the catch for out number 2. Greg Brown just copied word for word what I just said on the flaring to first. All right, that'll bring up Spencer Horwitz. Hey, guys, thanks. Yeah, of course. Of course. This is what I do. Horwitz batting .263, OPS of .731, 5 homers and 31 RBIs. Horwitz is 1 for 1. Verlander kicks and deals. That is upstairs for ball 1. I picked the Giants, man. So, this guy. This guy. Well, you're probably good. You're probably A-okay. But I'm sure Giants fans probably feel similar about their team as of late, as here is the 1-0. That is low for ball 2. Again, the Giants were really solid, I would say, until about the beginning of July. Then it kind of started, maybe just June. They were really good, and then all of a sudden they've become not so great, as that's going to be popped up, and that's going to go foul. So they're looking to try to find that early season form. Please hit that like and subscribe. Yeah, no, definitely like and subscribe. I win, I can pay for a subscription. Oh, that's so nice of you, but unfortunately I am not monetized. I am still a little guy. Even when I'm monetized, I'll still be a little guy. Here is the 2-1. That is going to be in there for a called strike, maybe in the future. If you subscribe, of course, it is free. Maybe in the future. I won't. I don't think I'll say no then. 2-2 count. Verlander kicks and deals. That's going to be chopped foul. But of course, thank you for those kind words. It's very nice. 2-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Nobody on. Giants, of course, leading 2-1 over the Pirates. As Verlander delivers the 2-2. That is just inside. In fact, that may have caught a piece of the plate, but didn't get the call. Count is full. Giants offense is anemic. Yes. 3-2 count. Well, shoot, you subscribed. Oh, yeah, thank you, Travis. Yeah, no, it is free. I made it free. I'm just a nice guy like that. I'm a nice guy like that. Marlins now 55. And hey, Chris, I was actually just bringing you up earlier, man. How you doing? Here's the 3-2. That's going to be hit to left, and that is going to drop for a base hit, as Horwitz has been on fire as of late. So a 2-out single for the Pirates. That'll bring up Tommy Pham. And he's been the hottest player on the Pirates, or as far as pitching, or hitting, pardon me, not pitching. Batting .270, OPS of .721, 5 homers and 31 RBIs. So again, thank you. Thank you very much, Travis. That is awesome. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. And Chris, you'll be happy to know, again, I know you're a Reds. You like the Reds. I'll be doing Reds Pirates Thursday. Thursday afternoon. Here is the 0-1. Checked his swing. That is low for ball 1. Tommy kind of crazy. He is kind of crazy. Crazy person. Here is the 1-1. That's upstairs ball 2. Of course, a crazy player. He's been really solid. Again, OPS north of 1,000 in his last 7 and last 15, last 30 games. Shoot, look at that. For the last month, OPS near 1,100. Here's the 2-1. That is low for ball 3. Really shocking that the Pirates weren't able to move him. I figured somebody would offer something. As Verlander sets on the 3-1, here is the pitch. Checked his swing. That is inside ball 4. So a little bit of trouble here for Verlander. All with 2 outs. A single and a walk. And that'll bring up Nick Gonzalez. He had a sacrifice fly. That'll bring up, again, Gonzalez batting .275, OPS of .739, 5 homers and 18 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That is upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 count. Verlander sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Reds need 2 more wins for 60. Yeah, no, the Reds, again, a lot of solid teams in the NL. Yeah, Butterfly is really cool. She has been so supportive of the channel. Here is the 1-1. Checked his swing, and that one appealing to first. No. So it's going to be 2-1. Two and 1 count here for Nick Gonzalez. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a chopper to third. Throws to first, and the pick gets him by a step. What a throw. What a snag by Devers. Gonzalez, again, he is fast. But we head to the top of the 4th. The Giants still lead 2-1 over the Pirates. Red Legs, I didn't even know about that. You did your predict. No, we have not. I have not released the Steelers. Steelers are, I think, the last one was 16? So I have the Steelers at least in the top 16. And I can't reveal where I have them. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play content. Been doing, of course, baseball since opening day. And, of course, there's plenty of baseball left to go. 50 games, in fact, and of course I'll be doing a little bit of the playoffs. And if you are a football fan, then of course I'll be doing a lot of NFL and college football on this channel. In fact, you guys will be voting on a lot of the games I do. So if that sounds good to you, definitely like and subscribe. Let's see here. In the top of the 6th, the Twins lead the Tigers 3-2. The Astros lead the Marlins 5-0 in the top of the 5th. The Orioles and the Phillies are tied up at 3 apiece in the bottom of the 4th. Same thing, Indians and Mets, they are tied at 0 apiece in the bottom of the 3rd. The Braves lead the Brewers 1-0 in the top of the 3rd. And the Red Sox all over the Royals 5-0. Travis needs the Pirates to stay at 1. We'll see. Again, I don't know. Baseball, it's so random. On any given day, you can score 9 runs in an inning, and then you can also lose the game 17-16. Like, it's so random. You have no idea. Rodgers got him top 5. Yeah, okay. We'll see. We'll see. I'll just let you wait and see where I have the Steelers at. All right, this is Draven's favorite player, Patrick Bailey. He's batting .208, OPS of .563, 2 homers and 31 RBIs. Again, they're showing that nice replay. Chapman, the nice throw. Devers with the better snag. Here is the pitch. Checked his swing. Did not go. Ball 1. Bailey is 0 for 1 on the day. Reds have been really good, yes. 58 and 54. They have been They are reaching their potential. 1-0 count. Ramirez kicks and deals. Checked his swing again. Appeal to third. Did not go. Ball 2. Again, the NL has a lot of teams. There's going to be a lot of pretty solid teams that don't end up making the playoffs for the NL. 2-0 count. Ramirez sets and delivers. That is outside. Ball 3. Ramirez at 32 pitches. Of course, he's been pitching since the second inning. They show McRae. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. Change the camera angle, please. All right, thank you. Here is the 3-0. That is right down the middle for a called strike. Count is 3-1. Ramirez sets, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Tried to pull it back, but no, he committed. So the count is now full. Did I ever end up seeing Bailey's? No, I'm so terrible, Sean. I'm the worst. I am the worst. I wrote it down and everything. I don't know where that booklet went. Ever since the trip. I don't know. Trisk may have lost it. No, it's probably somewhere around here. 3-2 count. Ramirez kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right. Suwinski coming in and making the catch for out number 1. All right, that'll bring up Grant McRae. Hasn't really played much this year. He's batting .200, OPS of .600. Again, no homers and 1 RBI. Only 10 at-bats on the year. Last year did about the same, batting .202, OPS of .617. Had 5 homers. Here is the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. Just wait for Rogers to pull out the... Yeah, no, that'd be so cool. I remember Rogers would do that, discount double check celebration, and then the defenders would do it, and they'd actually tear their ACL doing it. It's crazy. Here is the 1-0. That is outside ball 2. I'm not kidding. That actually happened twice. If you mock that celebration, you literally get injured doing it. Steelers 11-6 this year. That would be nice. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right. Suwinski at the warning track. He's under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Looks like the Pirates do have a pitcher warming up, as that'll bring up Heliot Ramos. He's batting .269, OPS of .763, 14 homers and 51 RBIs. Ramos is 1 for 2. Ramirez sets and delivers. That is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Yeah, again, the Ravens, we've split against the Ravens, but Lamar, I think, has figured out how to play against the Steelers. So you're probably right, but I don't think we can just pencil in 2 losses to the Ravens. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be fouled back. So it's 0-2. Yeah, that was pretty wild, Draven. 1 loss to the Jets. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, the Steelers have started off well the last few years, but we do struggle in New York, so it's a tough one. Here is the 0-2. Ground ball to third. Nice stop by IKF. Throws to first, and the ball got away, but Ramos wasn't really paying attention, so he's going to settle at first. I don't know if IKF has the arm strength to play third, to be honest. Just based on a few throws I've seen. All right, that'll bring up Rafael Devers. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He's batting .258, OPS of .842, 20 homers and 77 RBIs. Looks like there is a mound. But yeah, no, that's it for Ramirez. Ramirez is done. Did a pretty good job, but of course he is a relief pitcher. So pitching change underway as they will step away. And I'll try to get you the information on Kyle Nicholas. Third pitcher. Yeah, well, so Oviedo, this was his first start. Now, this was the starting pitcher for the Pirates. This was the first start since 2023, and it was a rough outing. So obviously only lasted 1 inning, so I kind of understand why they yanked him. Just kidding about this Jets, Doctor. Yeah, I don't know about handedly. I think it'll be a close game. It's going to be hard for me, as a Steelers fan, to think of us like just blowing out anybody. Those days, I miss the Ben Roethlisberger days, but yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. Russ gave us a little bit of that last year with some of the games. Not blowing out, but scoring points. Put Cruz at third, dude. He would have the arm, but that ball sailing into the crowd. That accuracy. Throw accuracy is what, like a 20-something? What's your name, man? I'm Dr. Delay. I am Dr. Delay. That is the name. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play content. Just saw that we have Kyle Nicholas's stats. 6.43 ERA, whip of a 1.64. So he's not been the best out of the pen this year, but I mean, he had a better 2024. So I think that's why they're sticking with him. All right, again, Devers is at the plate. Runner on first. 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning. Giants leading 2-1. Here is the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. 97 on the gun. 24-13 Steelers. That'd be nice. I would take it. 1-0 count. Nicholas sets. And delivers. That is a chopper. Paguero has it, tosses to first for out number 3. All right, nothing doing yet again. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, your score, Giants 2, Pirates 1. Well, it would be crazy if the Pirates still win. It would be, but again, it's only a 1-run game. I could see it happening. I just, if I were a betting person, I would bet every game against the Pirates. That's how I see it. I just don't have any faith in them. Where do you think Dallas was Micah Parsons? Micah Parsons, I don't think he's going to get traded, to be honest with you. I know he demanded a trade, but nah. He's going to stay. I mean, he's still there for a year. So the Cowboys have all the leverage regardless of the situation. So I think he's going to get signed. I don't know. Jerry's just an idiot. But, it is what it is. Let's see. Scores from around Major League Baseball. Hit that like. Yes, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for more play-by-play content. Again, I've been doing this since opening day, so this is not just a one-time thing, I promise. In the bottom of the 6th, the Tigers lead the Twins 5-3. The Astros lead the Marlins 5-0. 3-3 is the score between the Orioles and the Phillies. 0-0 is the score between the Indians and the Mets. Braves lead the Brewers 1-0, and the Red Sox lead the Royals 5-0. And that is all for now, as we have a few more games underway later tonight. Due up for the Pirates will be O'Neal Cruz, Andrew McCutchen, and Liover Paguero. All of them are 0-1. And also, feel free to chat down below. I do really try my best to read as many comments as possible. So if you want to just chat about the game, talk about sports, talk about whatever, within reason, of course, definitely do that on this channel. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strike 1. As, again, Cruz at the plate. Looking for his first hit of the night. Verlander's look pretty good. As Verlander kicks and deals on the 0-1. Breaking ball hits the plate. That is ball 1. Talking about some minor leaguers for the Pirates. Connor Griffin dominating single-A Greensboro. Cam Devaney on a 19-game on-base streak in AAA. Here is the 1-1 swing and a miss. Strike two, 86-mile-per-hour changeup. Cruz couldn't connect there. One and two count. Verlander at 58 pitches, so he's doing pretty good. Would need a quick inning, though, would help him out. 1-2, here is the pitch. That is outside for ball two. I wouldn't say pretty good. He's doing okay. Count is even, 2-2 to O'Neal Cruz. Verlander delivers the 2-2. Chopper to second. Tosses to first for out number one. All right, that'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. Can he be clutching? Batting .245, OPS of .703, 11 homers, and 39 RBIs on the year. 38-year-old Pirates legend. Would be nice to see him back in the playoffs in the black and gold. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball one. We can only dream for next year for the Pirates. Probably not happening. We'll delude ourselves if we think that's happening. You think that the Pirates will spend money in free agency? No, I don't. 1-0 count. Verlander delivers the 1-0. That is in there for a called strike. If I can be honest, Verlander is nice. Yeah, no. Very nice delivery. I mean, he's been a legend this year. Not obviously. I mean, he's 42 years old. It's, age will catch up to you, but he's a legend. That's going to be in the dirt ball too. Curveball has been a lot of one-hopping. A lot of one-hoppers with the curveball. Here is the 2-1. That's a fastball in there for a called strike at the knees. 95 miles per hour on the fastball. 2-2 counts. Verlander delivers the 2-2. That is way outside for ball three. McCutchen working it full. Again, one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Giants lead 2-1. Both these teams scoring their runs in the first inning. Here is the 3-2. Chopper, and that will be foul. Three and two counts. Here is the 3-2. That's going to be sent to center. Lee on the run. That's going to drop as McCutchen is going to jog into second with a double. A one-out double, and the Pirates have a runner in scoring position. All right, that'll bring up Liover Peguero. Again, he had a 3-home-run ball game on Saturday. It's batting .257, OPS of .926, 4 homers and 7 RBIs on the year. Big opportunity for him and the Pirates here. McCutchen now at 22-40, moving in sole possession of number 177 on the all-time hit list. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. A 1 count to Liover Peguero. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball upstairs, ball one. Count is 1-1. Again, runner on second, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Pirates have a chance here to tie it up. Here is the pitch. That is outside, ball two. That was pitch number 70 for Verlander. So I don't know. He might finish the fifth, but I don't think we'll see him in the sixth unless we see some quick outs here. 2-1. Here is the pitch. Checked his swing. Doesn't matter. That's in there for a called strike. Papa Schwib, how many pitches does Verlander have? Just said it. My bad if that's just unfortunate timing on your part or my part. 71 pitches. Two and two count. Verlander looks back at McCutchen as he delivers. That is outside for ball 3. Jack Suwinski is on deck. Verlander looking back at McCutchen as he delivers. That's going to be hit to third. McCutchen having a run back. Nice play by Chapman. Oh, but Devers couldn't field it cleanly. And Peguero's going to go to second. McCutchen's at third. Again, not really a great throw. Nice stop by Chapman. But the throw was just a little bit off. Devers trying to make a pick and just couldn't do it. Trying to fillet it there. Yeah, literally the same. I know, right? That's tough. But thank you, of course, for commenting and all that. Thank you for stopping by. Of course, you're more than welcome to stay. I don't know why I'm making it sound like you're supposed to get out of here. Jack Suwinski batting 101, OPS of 430, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. That is down low, ball 1. Again, runners on second and third for the Pirates. Chapman getting mad at himself. Again, the throw really wasn't all that great. Devers, he tried to make an effort there but couldn't field it cleanly. Verlander delivers the 1-0. That is down low, ball 2. Qui-Gon is about to fight Maul. What the heck? You watching Star Wars Episode 1? Hey, I love Star Wars, of course. 2-0 count. Here is the pitch. Checked his swing. Didn't go, ball 3. He's getting his outs. He's calm. Travis has a lot of confidence here in Verlander and the Giants. As it's 3-0 on Suwinski. Here is the 3-0. Checked his swing. That was in there for a called strike. Three and 1 count to Jack Suwinski. Again, runners on second and third, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Verlander kicks and deals. Chopper, and that one is just foul. A lot of let's go Bucks chants, a few. I think a few is more accurate there. 3-2. Verlander delivers the pitch. Ground ball to first. Oh, he's throwing home, and McCutchen is out at the plate. Hard hit. Devers was playing in, fielded it cleanly. As now there's runners on the corners. That'll bring up Joey Bart. He's 0 for 1. Batting .242, OPS of 654, 1 homer and 17 RBIs. McCutchen was just running on contact. Throw was actually a little bit off. Bailey with a nice play. As it looks like there might be a mound visit. I'm not too sure. Yeah, mound visit in effect here. So brief pause. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, like and subscribe for more play-by-play content. It is a lot of Pirates on this channel, but I do bounce around and do some Giants games and other games as well. But yeah, no, the Giants are definitely featured quite a bit on this channel compared to other teams, of course. So definitely do that if you like what you see, folks. And of course, football is just right around the corner. A lot of football coming up. Did the Hall of Fame game the other day, and I'll, of course, be doing some more preseason. But yeah, college and NFL. As it looks like the mound visit is over. Again, Joey Bart will be at the plate with runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. The Giants leading 2-1. Verlander checking on at first, and he delivers. Checked his swing. That is in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1 to Joey Bart. Verlander delivers. Breaking ball outside for ball one. And looks like Suwinski is going to take second. So runners at second and third. 1-1 count. Verlander delivers. Breaking ball in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Count is 1-2, and Bart is actually going to ask for time. Pirates with a chance again. 2 runners in scoring position. 2 outs. Verlander looks back at Suwinski and delivers. That is outside ball 2. 98 on the gun. He really brought the heat on that one. He's been hovering at 94, 95. We'll touch 96, but 98. 2-2 count. Here is the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 98 yet again. He struck him out. He gets out of it. All right, we head to the top of the 5th. The Giants still lead 2-1 over the Pirates. Verlander, a lot of good pitching there at the end. All right, in the bottom of the 7th, the Tigers lead the Twins 5-3. The Astros lead the Marlins 5-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Orioles and the Phillies, they are tied at 3 apiece in the top of the 6th. The Indians and the Mets, they are tied at 0 apiece as they head to the bottom of the 5th. The Brewers lead the Braves 3-1 at the top of the 4th. The Red Sox leading the Royals 5-0 in the top 3rd, but they have bases loaded. They do have 2 outs, though. 0-0 in Chicago as they host the Reds, and the Rangers and Yankees tied at 0-0. So they're just now getting underway. Hey, Holden, how's it going? Thank you, of course, for stopping by. Butterfly is in. Yes, wow. Wow, indeed. Again, Verlander, 98, touching 98 at 42 years old. That is wow. That is a wow. Due up for the Giants will be Willie Adames, Matt Chapman, and Dominic Smith. And as always, folks, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, I think that's more of an accurate thing. You probably don't really care what you see. But if you do like what you hear, like and subscribe for more play-by-play. Again, a lot of baseball on this channel, a lot of football coming up. It is almost here, football season. I'm a huge Steelers fan, but of course I'll be doing other games as well. So if you're a Giants and 49ers fan or whatever, hey, you'll be able to vote in teams that I will call on this channel. So it's not just a Steelers channel, though. Every Steelers game will be done. You guys will be voting every single week on one game I do for the NFL and, of course, college. Willie Adames batting .231, OPS of .724, 17 homers and 59 RBIs on the season. As Kyle Nicholas is out there, here is the pitch. That is inside for ball 1. 1-0 counts. Nicholas sets, kicks, and deals. That is upstairs for ball 2. Don't forget to hit that like. Yes, hit that like button if you're just now coming in here. 2-0 count. Nicholas sets and delivers. That is upstairs ball 3. Adames 0 for 1 with a walk, looking to walk yet again. Nicholas sets and delivers. That is in there for a called strike. On the outside corner, 3-1 count. Nicholas sets on the 3-1, kicks and deals. That is going to be popped up, and that is going to go foul. Showing a replay from 2011 showing Buster Posey. Oh, man, his leg. Oh, man. Oh, geez, yeah. That was in 2011. 3-2 count. Here is the pitch. That is way outside, ball 4. So he walks Adames second time tonight with the free pass. And that'll bring up Matt Chapman. They're going over, like, you can't run over the catcher. They're showing, like, a bunch of compilations of of that happening. Matt Chapman batting .232, OPS of .784. Here's the pitch. Chapman is 1 for 2 on the day, 16 homers and 42 RBIs. That one was outside 1-0. 1-0 count. Here is the pitch. That is low, and looks like Bart's going to have a little chat with Nicholas. So 2 count again, a mound visit in effect here, just trying to see what's up with Nicholas. Giants, again, they got swept by the Pirates last week, so again, I felt like the feeling was the Giants were pretty much going to repay that this week. I know the Pirates, they have been actually very good at home if you want to check out the stats. Oh, wait, no, we're back. Never mind. 2-0 count. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball 3, so the mound visit didn't work out in the half inning. I'll show you. The Pirates actually doing very well at home this year. The away record, though, is atrocious, and that is really what the difference is. 3-0 count. Here is the pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. He can't locate the strike zone, and the Giants will say, thank you, sir. All right, that'll bring up Dominic Smith. He's 1 for 2 on the night. He's batting .273, OPS of .753, 3 homers and 18 RBIs. Travis believes in Verlander. You are indeed correct. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Smith again, 1 for 2. RBI single in the first. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Giants leading, of course, 2-1. Here's the pitch. That is in the dirt. Handled well by Bart as he keeps it in front, kind of. Runners didn't go. Who's pitching? The Pirates, they're on their 3rd pitcher, Kyle Nicholas. They're showing the Pirates bullpen. Tony likes, again, thank you guys so much for liking it up. Here is the 1-1. That is a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 count. Here for Dominic Smith again. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Here in the top of the 5th. Nicholas sets on the 1-2. He delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 99 on the fastball. That'll bring up Casey Schmidt. Batting .257, OPS of .746, 6 homers and 22 RBI. Schmidt is 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs, ball 1. Next Pitt game, I'm going to spend the day with you and bet on Pitt. Well, hey, don't say I didn't warn you about betting with for the Pirates. I would never do that. 1-0 count. Here is the pitch. That is outside. Ball 2. Schmidt is, again, he's 1 for 1 with the walk. But I'm pulling for you, Travis. Anytime anyone bets, I pull for him to win. Here is the 2-0. That's going to be hit to left. And Cruz, left center, I should say. Cruz makes the catch for out number 2. All right, that'll bring up Jung-Hoo Lee. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Batting .257, OPS of .736, homers and 44 RBIs. Why do I like him? What do you mean by that? Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Suwinski running it down. Runners surely have scored by now. I'm not sure. It's 3-1. Throws to third. He is safe. Jung-Hoo Lee with a 2-run, 2-out triple. Extending the lead for the Giants. It's now 4-1. You're from Pittsburgh? I am not from Pittsburgh. I was born in the eastern part of the state of Pennsylvania. I do not live in Pennsylvania anymore. That'll bring up Patrick Bailey, batting .207, OPS of .561, 2 homers and 31 RBIs. Lee again with a 2 RBI triple. Bailey 0 for 2 on the night, looking to bring in Lee. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. And the Giants now lead 4-1 over the Pirates. 0-1 count, pardon me. Need some water. Nicholas sets and delivers. Chopper foul. 0-2 count. Runner on third, top of the fifth. Pirates trailing 4-1. Giants, of course, just scoring 2 runs. Thanks to Jung-Hoo Lee. Thank you. No, thank you. Not for me. Here is the pitch. That is called strike 3. As, again, the Giants put up 2 thanks to Jung-Hoo Lee. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Giants leading 4-1 over the Pirates. Pirates fans are like, wait, why did you say thank you? And I'm like, I don't even know. Why did I say thank you? In the top of the 8th, the Tigers lead the Twins 6-3. Astros leading the Marlins 5-0 in the top of the 7th. 3-3 is your score in the bottom of the 6th. Between the Phillies and the Orioles. Zeros in New York as they host the Indians. 4-1. Oh, well, that's here. 3-1. Brewers lead the Braves in the top of the 5th. Red Sox leading the Royals 6-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Reds and Cubs are tied at 0 apiece as they head to the top of the 2nd. And the Yankees lead the Rangers 1-0 in the top of the 1st. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play content. I've been doing this, of course, again, since opening day. And, of course, still here and going to do some more games. In fact, tomorrow I'm doing another game. It will not be a Pirates game. But I will be doing, of course, these 2 teams again, Pirates-Giants, Wednesday afternoon. I think I already, I have that already there. So 11:30 Central Time. That's where I reside. Of course, in the Eastern Time Zone, that would be 12:30 Eastern Time, and 9:30 in the morning for you guys out there in California. So, of course, if there's any Mountain Time people here that are fans of either team, well, that would be 10:30. That is kind of the forgotten time zone. But yeah, folks, again, if you like sports, if you like play-by-play, if you like good play-by-play and bad play-by-play, then this is the channel for you. I will mess up every now and then, but I try to do the best I can. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will be due up here for the Pirates, as again the Giants lead 4-1 as we're about to begin the bottom of the 5th. Kiner-Falefa is 0 for 1, batting .272, OPS of .649, 1 homer, and 29 RBIs. As Verlander kicks and deals, that is low for ball 1. Astros, yes, with the 6-0 lead over the Marlins. Marlins have been really good the last month and a half. Verlander delivers the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 93 on the fastball. Again, his fastball's been ranging today. Really brought the heat last inning. It was touching 98. 1-1. Here is the pitch. That's going to be fouled back as it's 1-2. One and two count here for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Verlander kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that will be foul. And, of course, everyone, feel free to chat down below. I do try to read as many comments as possible. Verlander delivers the 1-2. Jumper, and that one is heading into the Pirates' dugout. So, once again, 1-2. I did forget to look at the Pirates' home record. Again, I wanted to show you guys. Well, I could look at it there, too. Well, I'll still click on this anyway. 1-2 count. Here is the pitch. Chopper to third. Chapman throws to first for out number 1. I'll go ahead and show you that after this. Spencer Horwitz is coming to the plate. He's 2 for 2 on the night. Batting .266, OPS of 736, 5 homers and 31 RBIs. Again, the Pirates 31-25 at home. Not a bad home record. Their away record, though, atrocious. 17-39. Verlander delivers, and that is way upstairs and outside, ball 1. Did we leave all the cork bats in Denver? I believe you might be onto something there. Yeah, Denny is breaking news. We did leave them all there in Denver. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be popped up, and that one will become a souvenir. The count is 1-1 to Spencer Horwitz. Again, he's 2 for 2 on the day. Really nice. He's been playing very well last few weeks. Verlander delivers the 1-1. That's going to be hit to left, and that one is slicing foul. So once again, a souvenir, as it's a 1-2 count for Spencer Horwitz. A 24th round pick by the Blue Jays in 2019. So he worked for it. He's worked his butt off to get to the majors. And that's going to be hit to right, and that one is also foul. So he's just fouling off these pitches. Once again, 1-2 to Spencer Horwitz. Verlander kicks and deals. That's going to be a tapper. Verlander with a diving attempt. Chapman gets it, throws to first for out number 2. 2 away for the Pirates, and that'll bring up Tommy Pham. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He's batting .270, OPS of 723, 5 homers, and 31 RBIs. Showing the replay here again. Verlander with a diving attempt, but just not able to get there. And Chapman pretty much was, he was right on the third base, but he had to come in. He was like playing shortstop there. Verlander getting a pat on the back for the diving attempt. As again, Tommy Pham stepping in 0 for 1 with a walk. Here is the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. One and 0 to the to Tommy Pham. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball 2. Curveball broke quite a bit there. Again, it hit the plate. A lot of curveballs are hitting the plate. Not really competitive, but I guess it's setting up pitches. Here's the 2-0. That is what I'm talking about there. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. Setting up pitches. 2-1 to Tommy Pham. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Giants leading 4-1 as Verlander delivers the 2-1. That's going to be hit to right, and that one will get out of play. Two and 2. Verlander, deep breath. Delivers the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That was pitch number 100 for Verlander. I don't think we'll see him again, but a pretty good performance. As we head to the top of the sixth, the Giants lead 4-1 over the Pirates. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play action. Of course, I do baseball on this channel. Been doing baseball. But, of course, football is just right around the corner. As you can see, I already have some games ready to go. But, of course, that's not all the Week 1 games I'll be doing. You guys will be voting on another game that week. Well, Week 1 and Week 2 and Week 3 and so on. Pardon me. So, right after that Steelers game, there'll be you guys will have already completed a vote, and I'll be doing another game. So, again, it's not just the Steelers channel. If you're fans of if you're a fan of another NFL team, you'll be able to get your team in. Again, I do bounce around Major League Baseball. It's not just a Pirates channel. I do a lot of Giants because, again, I do have some Giants subscribers. So, again, thank you very much. As, again, I do bounce around and try to make it for everybody. The only team I actually haven't done, of course, is actually the Astros and the A's. Astros and A's. Astros, that's because I have been able to get their games. Of course, I live in Texas. And the A's because, well, they're the A's. I have been able to do the Rangers, though, but that was only because it was on local TV. Due up for the Giants is going to be McRae, Ramos, and Devers. Who's pitching? Well, it was Verlander, but I don't think he's going to be pitching now. As for the Pirates, I think it's still Kyle Nicholas. I don't know. Who would you pick out of these three? Tampa Bay, L.A., San Diego, and Arizona. St. Louis and L.A. Oh, definitely the Cardinals and Dodgers. I would definitely call that one. Though, I mean, I don't know. If Arizona hadn't traded everybody, I would have done that one, honestly. Because the Diamondbacks, they were pretty exciting prior to the trades. Now they're pretty bad. All right, here is the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball foul as Grant McRae is at the plate. He's batting 182, OPS of 546, no homers and 1 RBI. I do want to try to get at least one Astros game in. I just don't know how that's going to happen. 0-1 count. Nicholas sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 as my chair is squeaking like crazy. But yeah, I would do Cardinals and Dodgers for sure. 0-2 count. Nicholas delivers. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. He struck him out. 98 on the gun. So that's going to bring up Heliot Ramos. He's batting 271, OPS of 767, 14 homers and 51 RBIs. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Here is the pitch. Chopper to short. Nice. Stop. Peguero throws the first. Oh, it's off Horwitz's glove. But again, Ramos is just going to have to chill at first. I would pick Cardinals, Dodgers. If that's what if you're talking about just like the games, I would pick that one. All right, that'll bring up Rafael Devers. He is 0 for 2 with a walk today. Batting 257, OPS of 840, 20 homers and 77 RBIs on the season. Nicholas sets and delivers. That's going to be hit foul. Count is 0-1 to Rafael Devers. Walked into first and scored a run. Nicholas sets and delivers. That's going to be hit to left. Pham on the run. That one is foul. And I mean just foul. A few feet to the left of the foul pole. Yeah, wow. 0-2 count to Devers. As I'm waiting, what's going on? There we go. Nicholas sets on the 0-2. Kicks and deals. Chopper right to Nicholas. Throws to second. There's one. And do they get him? They do not. As they do get the lead runner. That'll bring up Willy Adames. Batting .231, OPS of 726, 17 homers and 59 RBIs. Adames 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Devers was chugging along there. Nicholas kicks and deals. That's a swing and a miss, and a ball way out in the dirt. Strike one. Looks like the Giants will have a new pitcher again. Casey Seymour is warming up in the Giants bullpen. Again, Verlander pitched his 100th pitch earlier. And the bottom of the fifth. Here is the pitch. That is upstairs. 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Ball one. And Ryan Borucki is warming up in the Pirates bullpen. 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is a chopper to third. IKF tosses to first. Gets him by a step for out number 3. Nothing doing there for the Giants. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Giants lead the Pirates 4-1. Again, feel free to like it up. Again, 2 more likes to 25. Again, thank you very much for liking it. Thank you very much for stopping by. Again, just clicking on this stream helps out the channel a lot. Again, I'm not exactly the most popular guy on YouTube. But with your help, I can be slightly more popular, I guess, which would still be pretty not popular. Not well known. And that's okay. That's okay. We all got to start somewhere. But yeah, again, thank you, of course, Butterfly, for keeping everybody in line. And again, thank you guys. Like it up, sub it up if you have not subscribed already. It is free. It will cost you $0.00 to press that subscribe button. You will not regret it. Plenty of sports on this channel. MLB, obviously, that is the big thing now. But of course, football is right around the corner, and we'll be doing a lot of football. Of course, again, baseball will still be covered in September and, of course, October with the playoffs. But we'll be doing a lot of football on this channel. So definitely sub it up for more play-by-play. Currently happening, the Tigers lead the Twins 6-3 in the top of the 9th. The Astros lead the Marlins 6-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Phillies leading the Orioles 7-3 in the bottom of the 6th. The Indians lead the Mets 5-0 in the top of the 6th. Brewers leading the Braves 3-1 in the top of the 6th. The Red Sox leading the Royals 6-1 in the bottom of the 4th. The Reds lead the Cubs 1-0 in the bottom of the 2nd. The Yankees lead the Rangers 1-0 in the top of the 2nd. Due up for the Pirates will be Nick Gonzalez, O'Neal Cruz, and Andrew McCutchen. They are combined 1 for 5 in this one. Gonzalez is 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Subscribe for a good time. There we go. Couldn't have said it better myself. It's batting .273, OPS of 734, 5 home runs and 18 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That is in the dirt, ball one. They got a new pitcher for the Giants, and I'll go ahead and tell you who that is. That is Carson Seymour. 0-1 record, ERA of a 4. Here's the pitch. That is hit to right, and that's going to go foul. Only 9 innings pitched, whip of a 1.67. 1-1 count. Seymour delivers. That is outside for ball 2. Count is 2-1. Seymour delivers. That's going to be hit, and that one is also going out of play. Count is even at 2-2. Again, Verlander's already out, so Pirates can try to take advantage. Here is the 2-2. Called strike 3. And that one was below the knee, so Seymour gets a call there as Gonzalez strikes out. That'll bring up O'Neal Cruz. He's batting .212, OPS of .722, 18 homers and 48 RBIs on the season. Of course, he is 0 for 2 on the day, as that's going to be a curveball in the dirt, ball 1. Hikari, come on, Pirates. Thank you, of course, for stopping by. Got a Pirates fan joining us or a sports bettor. I don't know. You really can never tell nowadays, and that's okay. All are welcome. 1-0 count. Here is the pitch. Chopper to second. Nice snag. Throwing to first. He gets him by a step for out number 2. That'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. He's 1 for 2. Got a double earlier. He's batting .247, OPS of .709, 11 homers and 39 RBIs on the season. McCutchen with the tip of the cap as he digs in against Seymour. Seymour delivers, and that is outside. Ball 1, 96-mile-per-hour fastball. 1-0 count. Here is the pitch. That is going to be in there for a called strike. 95, painting the edge there. 1-1 count. Seymour kicks and deals. That is in the dirt. Ball 2. Lifelong 50-plus-year-old Pirates fan. Rolling with Randy. Thank you for stopping by. You sound like my dad. My dad is the same. Here is the 2-1. Chopper foul. Thank you, of course, Rolling with Randy, for stopping by. Appreciate you, man. We got Pirates on this channel. Been doing a lot of Pirates. Hopefully that sounds good to you. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Here is the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 1, 2, 3. Go the Pirates. As we head to the top of the 7th, the Giants lead 4-1 over the Pirates. Hikari's cooked. Oh, that's tough. I need the Pirates to win a 3-game parlay. Oh, man. Yeah, I think your mistake, Hikari, was going with the Pirates. The Pirates just, again, I think it was, I can't remember. Was it Travis? I think it was Travis was asking, like, how was I feeling about the Pirates? I'm like, I don't trust the Pirates. Even as a Pirates fan, you can't. Real Pirates fans don't trust the Pirates, especially in the 21st century. But again, thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. Again, like it up, sub it up if you're able to. It is free. Will not cost you a dime. I will be stepping away from the Pirates tomorrow, as I'll be doing Royals and Red Sox. But again, Wednesday afternoon, I got these exact same teams for the final game of the series, Giants and Pirates, on Wednesday afternoon. So definitely check it out then. Of course, sub it up. That way you get the subscribe so you can get the notification. But we'll be definitely doing these teams again Wednesday. Only if we could be competitive to lead. Yeah, I mean, it's been years since we've been competitive. Due up for the Giants will be Matt Chapman, Dominic Smith, and Casey Schmidt. Chapman is batting .232, OPS of .786, 16 homers and 42 RBIs. We are still on commercial break, just setting you up. Did some research, gonna go LA plus 1.5. So I really don't. It's hard to pick baseball games, man. Like, it's so tough. So what I do is I really look at the pitcher. Glasnow's just coming back, but he's looking better. I would probably go with the Dodgers in this one. Again, that's how I kind of pick them. Is like, who are the pitchers? And the Dodgers seem to have the better pitcher. So I would pick the Dodgers. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. You have a nice one. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Hikari. Thank you. I try. It's all fake. This is I'm just using a broadcaster's voice. That's going to be hit right to short for out number 1. I mean, it is my actual voice, but it's not like how I actually sound every day. But yeah, thank you. It's all an imitation. Looks like we will have a pitching change. Looks like Nicholas's day will be done, as Ryan Borucki is going to be coming on here for the Pirates. I want to say thanks for what you do. Thank you, Pittsburgh. Again, you've been here from not opening day, but pretty close to it. Again, thank you, Pittsburgh, for being here, believing in me. Again, it's a shame that there's really not many Pirates play-by-play guys, but, I mean, I don't really blame them. And even myself, I'm the guy that does it, and yet, I still bounce around Major League Baseball. It's fun to see other teams. I mean, I would love to, in a perfect world, I cover every Pirates game, but that's just, I mean, if the Pirates aren't good, then no one's going to watch. 1 sub to 400. Wow, again, thank you very much. Cracking me up, brother. Yeah, no, I know. It's all just, it's part of it. Sometimes I can really lower it and sound pretty good. But 4 more subs. Oh, geez. You had me. I was like, man. 396, but it's actually, so it's 399, but it's 396. Again, thank you. Thank you guys for even subbing. Again, hey, I thank you guys so much. It would be nice to get to 400 tonight. If you guys, again, have not subscribed, definitely subscribe. Again, a lot of play-by-play on this channel. Again, baseball and football. And if you are a fan of these two teams, I can guarantee you I'm doing this exact game Wednesday. So definitely check it out then. Wednesday afternoon for the final game of the series. Again, tomorrow I will not be doing Giants-Pirates. I will be doing Royals and the Red Sox. A lot of Royals subscribers. So, again, I really do bounce around. If the more subscribers I have for that team, the more likely I am to select you and do that game. Of course, Pirates are my favorite team, so even if I had no subs, I'd still do them. But I do have a lot of Pittsburgh subscribers, so that is a bonus. All right, a pitching change for the Pirates. Ryan Borucki is going to be pitching here. 5.26 ERA, whip of a 1.25. 1-3 record on the season. Hasn't pitched since June 20th. That was against Texas. Again, this is Dominic Smith. Borucki delivers. That is inside. Ball 195 on the fastball. If you are good, I wouldn't waste my time. Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you very much. I try. What time is the game Wednesday afternoon? It's going to be, what is it, 12:35 Eastern Time? 12:35 Eastern Time. Pirates, Giants. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be hit foul. Again, you do Braves. Again, I'll try to get a Braves game in. 1-1 count. Borucki sets, kicks, and deals. That is upstairs for ball 2. 2-1 count here for Dominic Smith. Again, he's 1 for 3 on the day. Borucki rocks, sets, and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 87 mile per hour. Took a little bit off there. You're a Cardinals fan and you like the Rays. Okay. Both those teams are definitely in contention for the wild card and playoffs. I can't remember the Rays. What are the Rays doing? I know the Cardinals are doing okay. I think the Rays are doing well. 2-2 count. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Dominic Smith. The Rays. Ooh, they are kind of flailing. 2-8. Their last. They're still 5 games back. They're fine. They're fine. All right, that'll bring up Casey Schmidt. He's batting .256. OPS of 743. 6 homers, 22 RBIs. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Casey Schmidt is 1 for 2. What was the final line on Verlander? 5 innings pitched. 1 earned run. I'll get you the strikeouts in a sec, Sean. 0-1. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. They really make it to 400. That is awesome. Again, thank you guys so much. Again, if you haven't subbed already, definitely make it 401, 402. Keep on subbing up. Again, thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I entered opening day with 30 subs, so look at that. A few months, we're already at 400. 0-2, here is the pitch. That is just outside ball 1. Count is 1-2. Casey Schmidt again, 1 for 2 with a walk today. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Giants leading 4-1 over the Pirates. Barucki delivers. Ground ball to short. Peguero has it. Throws to first for out number 3. All right, we head to the bottom of the 7th. Giants lead 4-1 over the Pirates. Verlander finished today. 5 innings pitched. 3 hits allowed. 1 run, no earned. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. So a pretty solid outing. Looked pretty good. Again, this was just this was a good team to really get back in form. You think you were 107? Yeah, no, Sean, you've been here for a while, so thank you very much. So thank you very much again, everyone, for just clicking on this video. Definitely helps out the channel a lot. We head to this again, the bottom of the 7th. Giants leading 4-1. Hammer, how's it going? Rangers, how are the Rangers doing? They are down 3-0 to the Yankees. There's plenty of baseball left for you, Hammer, though. Hammer, a big Rangers fan. And a Cowboys fan. So that'll be... And I'm so ready for football, though. Again, if you guys are ready for football as well, definitely like and sub it up. We got plenty of football on this channel. Of course, baseball. A lot of baseball left to be played. Top of the 8th, the Astros lead the Marlins 7-2. The Phillies all over the Orioles 11-3 as they head to the bottom of the 7th. Indians lead 5-3 over the Mets in the top of the 7th. The Brewers leading the Braves 3-1 in the top of the 7th. Red Sox leading the Royals 7-1 in the bottom of the 5th. The Cubs leading the Reds 2-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. I already mentioned the Yankees leading the Rangers 3-0. And the Blue Jays lead the Rockies 1-0 in the top of the 1st. And, of course, I can't speak. Tigers defeating the Twins 6-3 earlier, just a few moments ago, actually. And I subbed when you agreed to call it. Yes, you. And I don't mind, of course. The Indians. That's really, that's what it should be called. What they should be called. And the Redskins. And if I do a Redskins game this year, or Commanders, I will have the Redskins logo up on the thumbnail. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a chop to third. That one is going to go foul. 0-1 counts for Liover Peguero. He's 0 for 2, batting .250, OPS of 900, 4 home runs and 7 RBIs. Is that Greg the Hammer Valentine? I don't know. Here is the 0-1. That is outside ball 1. You guys will know. You guys will know what you're talking about. I have no idea. If it's anything in the 90s or over there 80s, that I have no idea. That is in there for a called strike. Hammer time. 1-2. Seymour kicks and deals. That is way outside for ball 2. Again, the Giants leading 4-1 over the Pirates. Pirates with a few more innings here to try to tie it up and possibly take the lead, but the bats have gone silent since the first inning. Seymour delivers the 2-2. That is low for ball 3. Count is 3-2 to Liover Peguero as Seymour delivers the 3-2. That is low for ball 4. So leadoff walk for the Pirates. That's what they needed. That'll bring up Jack Suwinski. Batting 100, OPS of 424, 1 homer and 2 RBIs on the season. Suwinski 0 for 2 on the night. 3 more likes for 30. Again, like it up. Thank you guys so much for even clicking on this video. That is awesome. Seymour delivers. That is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Anyone been watching the Little League World Series? I think I saw some qualifiers while I was on vacation. Here is the 0-1. That is outside for ball. I think that was softball, actually. I happened to be on the TV at the restaurant that I was at. I haven't really been watching much, though. 1-1 count. Seymour kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to go foul. So a 1-2 count to Jack Suwinski. Hammer, you've got to nail that like button. Yeah. 1-2. Seymour sets and delivers. That's going to be hit once again. Foul. Suwinski just trying to stay alive here. So are the Pirates just in general. Got a runner on first here in the bottom of the 7th. Pirates need something. Seymour sets and fires. That's going to be fouled back. So once again, 1-2. One and two again, runner on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Seymour sets and delivers. That's going to be, once again, a foul tip there. Suwinski just staying alive. Who's pitching? We have Seymour. Seymour Skinner. No, that's not actually his name. Couldn't tell you his actual name. Carson Seymour. Carson Seymour. Pitching for the Giants as he sets on the 1-2 and delivers. And that's once again going to be fouled back. So Suwinski, a nice battle here. Again, we're all pulling for him. It'd be great to see him reclaim that form he had a few years ago. As Seymour sets and delivers. That is upstairs for ball 2. Working that pitch count. Seymour at 26 pitches, for a reliever. It's kind of getting up there. As he sets on the 2-2. He fires. That's going to be yanked to right. If it's fair, it's gone. It is gone. Jack Suwinski. Clearing the deck. Cannonball coming for the Pirates. Captain Jack is back. As the Pirates inch closer. Again, it's 4-3 now. So that'll bring up Joey Bart. He's batting .240 OPS of .651, homer and 17 RBIs. Will San Francisco bring in... was Duvall traded or no? I thought Duvall was traded, or no? Was that somebody else? Here is the pitch. That is a swing and a miss, strike one. Rodriguez, I think, right? Seymour Skinner, right? That was Jack Suwinski, Hikari. So now we're at Joey Bart, another Simpson character. Bart Simpson, that's a swing and a miss, strike two. So Seymour and Bart, that is a nice rivalry there. If you're a Simpsons fan, you definitely know what I'm talking about. Of course, I don't watch The Simpsons anymore. That is just a disgusting show now. But in the 90s, it was nice. Here is the pitch. That is going to be hit to right. And that one is going to go foul. But if you watch it now, hey, that's not my cup of tea. That's your cup of tea. That's cool. Bart and Seymour doing battle here in PNC. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs. Ball one. Again, if you're just tuning in, Jack Suwinski got a hit, and it was a big one, a 2-run shot to inch it a little bit closer. Giants, of course, still leading 4-3. Seymour delivers. Bart, ground ball to third. And I don't know what happened. Throws to first for out number one. Chapman kind of pump faked for some reason, like he was Ben Roethlisberger, but then he does indeed get the out. So Seymour wins that battle. That'll bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Save me. Oh, I'm sorry, Hikari. I'd love to see the Pirates win today, but The Giants, again, they're fighting for their playoff hopes as that's going to be upstairs ball one. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, he's 0 for 2, batting .272, OPS of .647, 1 homer, and 29 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That is low for a ball 2. Stopped on Simpsons 20 years ago. That's pretty much about like where I have stopped, yeah. Like we had DVDs and we'd watch the old ones, but my dad never bought the new ones, and yeah. Here is the 2-0. That's going to be hit to short. Adames throws to first for out number 2. All right, that'll bring up Spencer Horwitz. Jacked another one. We need more of that. Suwinski has all that power, and he just hasn't been able to get contact with it. As Horwitz, again, digging in here. He's batting .265, OPS .733. That is a ground ball to second. Throws to first for out number 3. But the Pirates inch a little bit closer thanks to Jack Suwinski. A 2-run shot makes it 4-3. Giants, of course, still with the lead. What do you miss? You missed a home run by Jack Suwinski. It's Kiner-Falefa ready to former great home run hitting Pirate and Mets announcer Ralph Kiner. If I had to guess, no. And I don't think I need to really look that one up. Thank you, of course, Sean, with the question. I do miss those questions, actually. It's been a while. Again, I forgot to add that back. Trisk took away all the statistic stuff. Doesn't take long to set it up, but I had it all grouped and tabbed, and then I don't know how he deletes it, but he did. It's all good. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play action. Of course, tonight's game, Giants-Pirates, and I do mostly Pirates. But if you are a Giants fan, you can even ask Sean here. Sean is like the very first Giants fan that was like consistently chatting with me. He'll tell you I do Giants games as well. And, of course, I'll be returning to these two teams Wednesday afternoon, 12:35 Eastern Time, 9:35 Pacific Time. And, of course, if you live in between, well, just do the math accordingly. Tomorrow I will be doing Royals-Red Sox. I totally understand you guys don't want to show up. That's fine. If you want to hang out, though, that is all good. That is fantastic. That would help me out. But if not, it's okay. You guys have a life. You guys are able to do other things. And I'm sure someone else will probably be covering this game. But again, Wednesday I'll be returning to action for these two teams. Jung-Hoo Lee will be at the plate. Who's your favorite cartoon character of all time? That's a good question. I watched a lot of like the DC animated universe when growing up. I don't know if you would consider them cartoon characters. If you did include superheroes, I would say Batman. I watched the original Batman animated series. That was so awesome. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike force. Justice League Unlimited. Jung-Hoo Lee, 1 for 3, batting .259, OPS of .737, 6 home runs and 46 RBIs. Barucki delivers. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to go foul. I really couldn't tell you. I like other shows, but I don't know who my favorite would be. Thank you for the question, Kenneth. That is a great question. Moretta is in the bullpen. Here is the 0-2. That's going to be poked to left center. Pham is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. We believe, Hikari. We do. I don't know. I actually can't lie to you. I don't believe. But it'd be nice to see. It would be great to see the Pirates come back. Patrick Bailey batting .207, OPS of .559, 2 homers and 31 RBIs. And the Pirates have just been beating me down pretty much my entire life. So I do apologize if I'm too much of a negative Nelly. That's going to be a bunt right to Barucki. Throws to first for out number 2. Perfect by Barucki. Nice spin move. Nice throw to first. All right. That'll bring up McRae. Grant McRae. He is 0 for 3. He's batting .167, OPS of .500, no homers and 1 RBI on the season. Here is the pitch. That is upstairs. Ball 1. Almost hit him. Mo Sislak. I don't know. Mo's not one of my favorites. He's funny. I do like Mo. I liked it when Bart and Lisa would like see more butts and stuff. Just dumb stuff like that. The crank calling. 1-0 counts. When did I start YouTube? Not too long ago. Here is the pitch. That is inside ball 2. Almost hit McRae again. It finna happen. You're probably right. Beating me down my entire life. I mean, that's just factual. I was born in 96. Watched a little bit of the Pirates back then. Not too much, of course. Again, only so many Pirates games I can watch. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be hit. And that's going to be fouled back. You know, my favorite player was Freddie Sanchez. I loved watching, Jason Begg, Xavier Nady, Adam LaRoche. That was a really good team. Jack Wilson, of course. In the pitching, Zach Duke, Paul Mahone. Ian Snell, Tom Gorzolani. Here's the 2-1. Checked his swing. Outside ball 3. Of course, the 2010s, a little more friendly to the Pirates. I do remember the Pirates Reds. I watched that one on TBS. I think we probably all did, for all Pirates fans. That was awesome, but that was the peak. That was the peak. 3-1 count. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. He was born in 87. A little bit older than me. You enjoyed J. Bell, Bonds, Van Slyke. So you're a little bit older than I, because that's going to be chopped foul. So that's like the 90s, like the late 80s, early 90s Pirates. So yeah, my dad would have been like high school, college years. Yeah, he remembers those players fondly. 3-2 count. Barucki sets and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Pirates fans, though there's not many here, they're getting loud, trying to rally the battling Buccos. As we head to the bottom of the 8th, the Giants lead 4-3. Jose again. Yeah, you go, guys. Go ahead and just chat about old Pirates. I wish I could. Pardon me. Wish I saw those guys play, but I just never did. Barry Bonds is a Giant a little bit, but that's it. None of those guys. I can see the Pirates winning at least one game this series. I think so. I mean, yeah, I really am expecting a sweep. I really think the Giants, again, they are, I think they're ticked off that they got swept by the Pirates. But it'd be nice to see them win one. Hopefully I get to cover the one in my luck. Lose today, I don't cover them tomorrow, they win. And then I cover them Wednesday, and then the Giants win. So that's, yeah. Anyway, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play content. Been doing this, of course, since opening day, and no plans on stopping anytime soon. I'll be returning to these two teams Wednesday afternoon, so I'll be able to catch the final game of the series. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there. If you're able to, you have other things you got to do. If you're at work, you can put me on in the background. Again, I got you covered. Doing chores around the house, put me on there. I'll be in the background as well as I call some games for you guys. Of course, tomorrow I'll be doing, it's not a Pirates game. But, if you got nothing else going on, I'll be here doing Royals and Red Sox. As Spencer Bivens is going to be pitching here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-3 record, 4.80 ERA, whip of a 1.36. As the Pirates will have Tommy Pham at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He's batting .268, OPS of 720, 5 homers and 31 RBIs. Mark Teixeira. Yeah, Teixeira. I remember him. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a call strike. That is more my era. The late 2000s and the 2010s. Zane Smith, John Smiley, Doug Trebek, and Bill Landrum. I would not know those guys, but I'm sure many of you guys would, as that is inside for ball 1. A 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is outside for ball 2. 3 outs and it's over. 7 runs. Won't beat the 8.5 or 7.5. That'd be tough. 2-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. 97 on the fastball. Count moves 2-2. Bonds and Bonilla lineup was the team for the Pirates back in the day. Yeah, I wish I would have been able to see him. Bivens kicks and deals. And that's going to be sent foul. Been slurring a lot today. I don't know why. And some days I'm on, some days I'm off. Today I think I'm just off today. 2-2 count. Here is the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. He struck him out. All right, that'll bring up Nick Gonzalez. He's 0 for 2 with a sac fly. He's batting .272, OPS of .731, 5 homers and 18 RBIs. Bivens delivers, and that's going to be outside, but that's called a strike. 0-1. Switching the ears, maybe that's what it is. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be chopped foul, and once again off Bailey. Bailey is taking a beating. Just a lot of foul balls off his body. You know, there's no padding. I actually did hit him in the padding there, but it still hurts. Bonds is the greatest player I've ever seen by far, I bet. A lot of people would agree with you, Sean. And a little bit of an injury delay, as looks like he'll be fine. Umpire getting back behind him as Gonzalez digging back in. 0-2 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. The Giants up by 1, 4-3, as Bivens kicks and deals. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be through for a base hit. So a 1-out single for Nick Gonzalez, and that'll bring up O'Neal Cruz. Now, he has, of course, the power to change the game with one swing of the bat. He's 0 for 3, batting .211, OPS of .720, 18 homers, and 48 RBIs. Bivens sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. That one was way outside. He was swinging wildly. Strike 1. 0 for 3 again. Struck out earlier. 2 ground outs. Batting average just keeps getting lower and lower, unfortunately. Here is the 0-1. Taking all the way. That is low for ball 1. O'Neal Cruz, the guy with 2 last names. Yes, was indeed named after Paul O'Neill, which is indeed a last name. 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit, and that one will be foul. Coping incoming. I might be coping. I might be weeping and coping. I'll be weeping and coping right here on the channel. Probably not. 1-2 count. Bivens sets and delivers. That is low for ball 2. Who was better, Paul O'Neill or Nelson Cruz? Again, I wish I would look it up. I just cannot do that at the moment. 2-2 count. Runner on first, 1 out. Bivens sets and fires. That is in the dirt, ball 3. So Cruz battling back to get the count full. McCutchen is on deck. He's 1 for 3, of course, as Bivens looks over at first. Sets on the 3-2. Kicks and fires. Ground ball foul. Man. Padres out-hit the Pirates 15-2 and lost 1-0. Wow. Jeez. That must have been tough. 3-2 count. Bivens once again sets. And a pickoff attempt. And the Pirates fans will boo as is customary, of course, to boo the opposing pitcher to pick off. I mean, for some reason, that always is warranted boos. I don't really understand why, but it does. 3-2 count. Bivens kicks and deals. That's going to be hit right to the shortstop. A leaping grab by Adames. Oh, what a play by Adames, as that is out number 2. That'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. Can he be clutching? Batting .246, OPS of .707, 11 homers and 39 RBIs. How many singles did Tony Gwynn? Probably a good bit. Again, I do apologize. Cannot answer those questions at the moment. Who's your favorite Pirates player? Andrew McCutchen. Andrew McCutchen. He's my favorite player. Looks like we do have a pitching change, as with the Pirates legend coming to the plate, the Giants will head to the bullpen. Bonds. Hikari, not a fan of what happened. Yeah, no, it was just a great play by Adames. A nice leaping grab. Would have put runners, of course, first and second. But, yeah, it is unfortunate. So, pitching change underway. We will see Randy Rodriguez. He's been very good for the Giants this year. Some would say elite. 3-2 record. 1.17 ERA, whip of a .85, so it just got a lot harder for the Pirates. Last 7 games, 0-1, 3.38, so not quite as in form as he's been. So that's always good news. But it will be a tall order for Andrew McCutchen. Again, a pitching change underway. Feel free to like and subscribe, people, if you haven't already. Just the fact that you even clicked on this stream helps me out so much. But a super thank you if you're able to press that like button and hit that subscribe button. Plenty of baseball on this channel. Been doing this, of course, since opening day. I've lost track of how many games. I know it's, I think I'm approaching 100 games so far on the year. And, of course, if you are a fan of these two teams, they are featured quite a bit. The Pirates, obviously, are number 1, but the Giants, they might be number 2 at this point. I've done a lot of Giants games recently. And I will be returning to these two teams, of course, Wednesday afternoon for the final game of this series. As we are returning to action, where the Giants, of course, lead the Pirates 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs, runner on first, McCutchen at the plate. Draven liked A.J. Burnett. Hey, he was really good. He was amazing. For some reason, the Pirates didn't hit when he was pitching. Here is the pitch. That is on the outside corner for a called strike. McCutchen again, 1 for 3, doubled in the 4th inning. Rodriguez sets on the 0-1 and fires. Swing and a miss. Gonzalez heads to second, and he is out. Oh, man. Nice throw from Bailey, as that will end the bottom of the 8th. Oh, that's a shame. All right, we head to the top of the 9th. The Giants still lead 4-3 over the Pirates. That's kind of that was a lame way to end the inning there. Oh, you like those yellow striped black caps the Pirates used to sport? Yeah, that would be nice to see them. I don't know about default. I do like the ones they have. I mean, they're just classic to me, just the ones that they have now. They're just normal, but I like them. But those are nice. All right, some final scores happening. The Astros defeated the Marlins 8-2. You can't quite see that on the bottom of your screen there. And, of course, the Tigers defeated the Twins 6-3 about a few minutes ago. Currently happened, the Phillies all over the Orioles 13-3. The Eagles defeating the Ravens 13-3 right now in the top of the 9th. The Indians lead the Mets 5-3 in the bottom of the 8th. The Brewers, they lead the Braves 3-1 in the bottom of the 8th. The Red Sox lead the Royals 7-1 as they head to the bottom of the 7th. The Cubs leading the Reds 2-1. The Rangers have taken the lead against the Yankees 4-3 in the bottom of the 3rd. The Blue Jays lead the Rockies 2-0 in that one. Of course, more games happening very soon, including the Rays and Angels, Padres and Diamondbacks, and the Cardinals and the Dodgers. At least McCutchen leads off. Yeah, that would be nice. Would be nice to, to have him get a leadoff hit there. Oh, so apparently the Pirates are challenging. I'm not too sure. They haven't, of course, they haven't come back to coverage here, but I'm seeing that on the top of the screen. You can probably see it too. Dang it. I don't know. Well, I got it wrong again. How do I do that? I'm an idiot. Right there. Oh, that was actually sad. All right, we're returning to action. Looks like they lost their challenge, so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it looked pretty clear that he was out, but I guess they figured mine as well. You would buy one? I usually don't wear hats. I actually would wear a hat for the stream. I only really wear this if I'm having bad hair day. I'm not even lying. All right, a new pitcher for the Pirates. Moretta, I believe this might be his first time all year. No, he has pitched. Already, yeah, he just made his first appearance Saturday. Another guy that hasn't really pitched much since 2023. In 2023, he has a 3.72, 5-2 record for the Pirates. Leading off for the Giants, it's going to be Heliot Ramos. He's 3 for 4. Batting .273, OPS of .769, 14 homers and 51 RBIs. Pirate is usually a jailbird, yeah. All right, Moretta sets as we're ready to begin the top of the ninth. Kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. 82 on the gun. Facing off Ramos again. He's had a great night tonight. 3 for 4. Moretta sets and delivers. That is outside for ball one. One on one count for Heliot Ramos. Moretta looks back for some reason and delivers. That's a swing and a miss. Strike two. I always get a kick out of it. I guess it's just what they've always done their entire careers, but usually you look back because there's somebody on second. Of course, this guy is the leadoff hitter of the inning, so no one's there. Moretta once again looks back at second, looks back again, and delivers. That's going to be hit to center, where Cruz is jogging on over and makes the catch for out number one. All right, that'll bring up Rafael Devers. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. He's batting .256, OPS of .838, 20 homers and 77 RBIs. Moretta sets and delivers. That is in there for a called strike. Again, he walked in the first inning and did score a run. Moretta sets and fires. That is inside, but that's called a strike. So a favorable call there for the Pirates as Devers is down 0-2. Moretta shaking off the signs. Sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. All right, that'll bring up Willy Adames. He's 0 for 2 with 2 walks on the night. He's batting .231, OPS of .724, 17 homers and 59 RBIs. That was really good for us in 2023. Would be nice to see him return to that form here. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 37 likes. Wow, again, thank you guys so much. Internet. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Butterfly. That is unfortunate. I understand that, though. The internet sometimes can be shaky. Here is the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two at a breaking ball in the dirt. Oh and 2 count. Adames will ask for time. Moretta Sets on the 0-2. Kicks and deals. That's going to be yanked to left. Pham right there, stumbling, making the catch for out number 3. All right, we head to the bottom of the 9th with the Pirates just down a run. Can they do it? Yeah, maybe. It'd be nice. It's 4-3. The Giants are about to blow the run line unless the Pirates tie after the next out. Well, it'd be nice to see the Pirates, of course, do something for a change. District Nation, thank you for stopping by. Everyone, definitely check out District Nation. District, when is your next stream? I'm a big fan of District Nation, folks. He is... Now, I haven't been doing this for long. I am still new to all this. But he just started pretty much at the All-Star game. And he does a lot of the Nationals. A lot of Washington sports. He'll be doing a lot of the Redskins. So, yeah, definitely check him out. I think he's pretty good. So definitely check him out. If I'm not able to call a game, he's somebody you can definitely check out. He is good. Definitely subscribe to District Nation. He is Dr. Delay approved. I'm just saying that right now. Yeah, when is your next stream? Streaming tomorrow. Yeah, no, I know she hadn't been able to stream lately. But yeah, no, I'm a District Nation fan. In fact, I actually have him up here. Again, he is on the Delays approved channels. You can check out all those guys. So yeah, do that. Definitely do that. District Nation, he is the real deal. So check him out. All right, due up for the Pirates in this half inning, or the bottom of the 9th will be McCutchen, Peguero, and Suwinski. I don't know if we'll have a new pitcher. They haven't announced anything. Do some Capitals. Yeah, no, he might do some Washington Capitals. Again, I promise I'll be doing one Penguins game. We'll see how that goes. I'm not really a hockey fan. I pull for the Penguins. I'm just not I don't watch the games. All right, I'm assuming there's no pitching change, so we're going to go ahead and click on Andrew McCutchen again. He's 1 for 3 on the night. He's batting .246, OPS of 707, 11 homers, and 39 RBIs. Rodriguez delivers. That is inside for ball 1. 98 on the fastball. Let's walk it off. That'd be nice. Here's the 1-0. That is right down the middle for a called strike. 1-1 count. Rodriguez kicks and deals. That is going to be low for ball 2. So 2-1 count to the Pirates legend, Andrew McCutchen. Pirates trailing by 1. Rodriguez delivers. That is in the dirt, ball 3. McCutchen, again, he's known for having a great eye and very rarely chases out of the zone. He's done it, though, but he has a great eye. 3-1, Rodriguez kicks and deals. That is outside, ball 4. McCutchen bat flips the walk, and I love that. All right, Peguero I thought was coming up. Looks like it'll be Brian Reynolds. Again, this guy, he's been pretty much our best player for the past few years, but he has struggled this year. Batting .237, OPS of 670, 10 homers and 52 RBIs. As looks like McCutchen will be pinch run for as well. It's going to be Alex Canario. He's got some speed. So the Pirates doing everything they can. Hopefully Brian Reynolds can channel his former self. Do we have fans today? We might have fans. I don't know what you mean by that. On the stadium. Yeah, no, there's some fans. I would say 10 to 15,000. They are getting loud, though, as, again, a chance here to tie it up. Reynolds at the plate. Again, pinch hitting for Liover Peguero. Canario at first, thanks, of course, to McCutchen. Rodriguez sets, kicks, and deals. That is in there for a called strike right down the middle. 97 on the fastball. Most leadoff walks end up scoring. It'd be nice to see that for the Pirates. Rodriguez sets on the 0-1, kicks, and fires. That is low for ball one, 98 on the fastball. Pirates, let's win with the homer. It'd be nice. 1-1 count. Rodriguez sets and fires. Reynolds sends this foul. Thought you were going to say 10 to 15. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It would be what's best, really, to like just boycott the games. Send a message to MLB. But then again, they'd be like, oh, you know what, we're moving to Nashville. 1-2 count, Rodriguez. Well, pickoff attempt, and he is safe. And the Pirates fans are really loud about that one. And the Pirates were down 4-1. Jack Suwinski with the 2-run shot earlier to make it 4-3. Hopefully that steers his career back online. Here's the pitch. That is way upstairs for ball two. So 2-2 count here to Brian Reynolds. Again, runner on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth. Reynolds pinch hitting for Liover Peguero. Rodriguez rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside. Ball three. 86-mile-per-hour sweeper just missing. Jack Suwinski, Captain Jack on deck. Rodriguez sets. And delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 88 out of the zone. Couldn't lay off it. So one down for the Pirates, and that'll bring up Jack Suwinski. They're going to show here the stat cast of Jack Suwinski's home run. 371 feet. Of course, again, he is 1 for 3. Batting 113 on the year, 487 OPS, 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That is outside, but that's called a strike. And that one was quite a few inches outside, so the Giants get a call. 0-1. Rodriguez sets, kicks, and fires. That is in there at the knees for a called strike, a 50-50 call. That one, of course, going with the Giants. Oh, 2 count. Rodriguez rocks. Rodriguez sets, kicks, and deals. Checked his swing. That is inside. Ball one. Another 50-50 call. That time going with the Pirates. The only part I like about Nutting is that he doesn't want to move the team. Yeah, that's nice. Reynolds should put a Reynolds wrap. Yeah, this guy. 1-2. Here is the pitch. That's going to be yanked to right, and that one is foul. Again, Suwinski has the power. They're showing a replay of a walk-off. I actually remember watching that game. Again, the Pirates were somewhat competitive in the early parts of 2022, early 2023. Here is the 1-2. That's going to be ripped, and that one is foul. Again, Jack Suwinski. While I have this time here, again, look at this. He has a lot of power, a lot of promise. Just been a rough last few years. Hopefully he can just get back to that. And I think he would do very well. 1-2. Here is the pitch. That's going to be, check this swing, and that hit him in the elbow. And that is going to put runners at first and second, so Suwinski does his part in getting on. Suwinski kind of stretching out that elbow. That'll bring up Joey Bart. I would love to see a pinch hitter for him. I'm sorry. I'm just not a Joey Bart guy anymore. Sean wants this guy struck out. Well, instead he hit him. Joey Bart, I believe, is the batter. Again, I just not really a fan of this. Batting .239, OPS of .648, 1 homer and 17 RBIs. Again, the mound visit is underway, and it's actually just now concluding. The meeting of the minds, they separate. I would love to have Joey Bart prove me wrong, but he has just been pretty bad this year. Nothing like last year Living in the past is what I do, I guess. I'm a Steelers fan after all. Last year, batting .265, OPS of .799, 13 home runs on 253 at-bats. This year, again, just rough all around the edges. As Rodriguez sets and delivers, that is in there for a called strike. Jack Suwinski, the Polish power. Can we get last year's story? That'd be great. Oh, man, that would be... Then I would be like, hey, this guy can hit. I have confidence. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be popped up, and that one is getting out of play. So very quickly, 0-2. Joey Bart only one to not get a hit on both teams Friday night. Yeah, Joey Bart's just... He's checked out of the Pirates, but maybe he proves me wrong here. 0-2. Rodriguez sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be fouled back. 0-2. It's free to subscribe and be a part of Dr. D's team. Yep, subscribe now. Definitely like and subscribe, people. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Of course, Pirates games. Of course, I do bounce around MLB baseball. MLB, the whole league. 0-2 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to go foul. At least Bart is showing that he's fighting here. Again, runners on first and second, 1 out. Giants, of course, with the lead, 4-3. Oh, 0-2 count. Rodriguez sets, looks back at second, and fires. That is way outside for ball 1. 1-2 count. Let's go, Bucks. Chance happening in Pittsburgh. Rodriguez sets, kicks, and fires. That's once again going to be fouled back, so I do appreciate Bart's ability to fight off these pitches. Rodriguez shaking off signs, sets on the 1-2. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit. Oh, that's past Adames! Canario rounding third, heading home. Throw is going to be to third, so 1 run's going to score regardless. Is he safe at third? He is. Suwinski is safe at third. Bart proving me wrong coming through. The Pirates have just tied it up here in the bottom of the 9th. Thanks to Joey Bart. Adames made a leaping grab earlier. Cruz had a line drive, and that would have really helped him out at the bottom of the 8th. Adames not able to reach that one, as that'll bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He's 0 for 3 today, batting .271, OPS of .645. Suwinski just beating the throw. That was a really good throw. 1 homer, 29 RBIs on the season for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Again, runners on the corners. 1 out, infield is in. Rodriguez sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit foul. Let's go. Yes, Jalen, let's go. Let's go. Sean doesn't like it, though. Sean is not a fan of this, and I don't blame him. He's a Giants fan after all. Here is the 0-1. That is low for ball 1. Due for a single. I agree. IKF, again, he does a great job at getting contact. 1-1 count. Rodriguez sets. Runners actually on second and third. Davis took second there. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Yes, Henry Davis has pinch run for Joey Bart. So 1-2 count. Runners on second and third. Infield in. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit foul. Again, Rodriguez not really missing many bats here. He's been so solid. ERA in the 1s. One and 2 count. Here is the pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. That one was close. IKF almost started heading back to the dugout there. Whew. 50-50 call winning the Pirates' favor. Rodriguez sets, kicks, and deals. Chopper to first, throws home. He is safe! Raise the Jolly Roger. Jack Suwinski beats the throw. IKF is the hero. Bob Melvin is checking, and they are actually going to challenge. Do not raise the Jolly Roger, as there is, in fact, a manager's challenge. Oh, man, this is going to be close. They have yet to show a replay. I'd love to see it. That way we can... And, in fact, yes, they are indeed challenging. So everyone's saying game, but not yet. Again, let's check. It is going to be close. I can't quite see from that angle. It's like the first angle they always show, whether it's NFL, baseball, they show an angle that you can't see. It's pretty much, did his hand touch home plate? That's going to be really close. I don't know if he did, to be honest with you. This is going to be really close. The angles, if it's undisputable evidence, you know, I don't know. So bear with me, folks. I know Nightbot just deleted Pittsburgh's message. I'm sorry. Let me see what that was. Probably wasn't. Yeah, you can't use caps on this channel because we have had trolls. I do apologize, Pittsburgh. So that was, it shouldn't have been deleted, but yeah, we have idiots. So again, they're still looking at this. I can't, they're zooming in. I don't know. He may have swiped the base, but I think he might be safe. I don't know. Bear with me, folks. I will try to provide. Oh, that angle looks pretty good. I think he's going to be safe, folks. I do apologize if I'm just flat out wrong. After review, the call in the field stands. He's safe. You can now raise it. IKF is the hero. Jack Suwinski with the game-winning run. The Pirates have come back. The Pirates have come back and have beaten the Giants 5-4. So the Pirates, ow, I just hit my hand. They win the season series against the Giants. And the Giants have to be kicking themselves. Again, it was a, they needed it. They still are, of course, in the wild card discussion. But they can't be dropping games for the Pirates. The Pirates, of course, it's nice to see them move up and get a win, as that is so rare. But raise the Jolly Roger again. Sean Bush League, I'm sorry. Again, feel free to subscribe, like and subscribe, folks, for more play-by-play content. I will be returning to these two teams on Wednesday afternoon. Tomorrow I do split up. Again, I do cover other baseball as well. I do bounce around Major League Baseball, but I already have it set up for Wednesday afternoon, 12:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 Pacific Time. Pirates and Giants will once again play. But tomorrow I do Boston and Kansas City. Again, I do bounce around Major League Baseball. That's kind of what I do around here. But again, thank you very much for coming by. Again, if you're a Pirates fan, Giants fan, I do a lot of you guys on the channel. And, of course, football season is just right around the corner. So definitely do that. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Plenty of sports coming up. This is not a one-time thing. Again, been doing this for a while. I was there when the Marlins walked it off against the Pirates. It's been a rough year. Pirates show the Giants. Yeah, no, the Pirates really popped off. Yeah, no, tonight was a good night, Trisk. Again, everyone, like and subscribe. Again, big thank you to Butterfly. You've been such a big help. Thank you very much. And again, everyone else, feel free to like and subscribe for more baseball. But that will probably do it for me. Again, I got nothing else for you tonight. It is a shame, though. Again, the Giants are still okay. They are currently, they'd be 6.5 games back of the Padres. So they're pulling for the Padres to lose tonight against the Diamondbacks. But, of course, again, I'll be back Wednesday afternoon. Y'all, again, appreciate you guys stopping by. That's going to do it for me. You guys all have a great night. Again, thank you guys so much for for subscribing. Again, if you're a sports fan, if you're a Pittsburgh fan, you should 100% already be subscribed. But even if you're other fans of other sports, other fans of other teams, I should say, for baseball and football, we'll be doing a lot of that. So again, thank you very much. Pirates fan has a question. Go ahead. I will wait for the question. But you guys all have a great night. Again, thank you very much. I should stay on for more like Q&A stuff, but I mean, I don't know how many people are actually interested in all that stuff. If you were to make a trade with Pittsburgh teams, what would you do? Like, what would you mean by that? I have no idea what that question means, Pirates fan. So I do apologize. I'm not sure what the question means. Yeah, I do apologize if everyone said, like, bye. I did not. The chat was pretty active tonight. Again, thank you guys for coming out. As you can see, I'm not used to this. Y'all can't win them all or lose them all. Yeah, Pirates can lose them all. Somehow we won tonight. But yeah, I'm sorry, Pirates fan. I just don't understand the question. So I guess I will go ahead and head on out. Christ is King. Yes, sir. Holden telling me to wait. Now I'll wait. I'm not sure what's happening, though. It's past my bedtime. That is just Kev. Can you do the Braves? I can't really do the Braves anytime soon. I'll try, of course. Again, I do, again, try to bounce around Major League Baseball. But, Holden, I can tell you there is a streamer that does Braves games all the time. So if you really do want to see Braves games, I can direct you to this guy here on the go with CeeLo. He does all Braves games for you. So again, if you're looking for Braves games, he's got you covered. You know, I hate to really, send somebody away, but if you do want the Braves game guaranteed, check out On the Go with CeeLo. Randy, let's see. Thanks for doing what you do, bud. I live in Florida, grew up in Pittsburgh, and this is the only way I really get to know what's going on with the Pirates. Okay, hey, yeah, this is what I'm here for. I'm here. It's fun. I didn't grow up in Pittsburgh. I was born in the eastern part of the state in Reading, but yeah, it's been fun, of course, covering these Pirates. Again, I don't, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, I don't do every Pirates game, but they are, again, the most featured team on the channel, as I am a Pirates fan, and of course, I am a Steelers fan as well. But I'm glad I can provide this for you guys. I'm glad you guys seem to enjoy it. And, of course, I'll still be doing it. I'll be doing it until I'm told I can't. So that is it. Like, make a trade with any NHL. I don't know. I don't really know what you mean by that. I never picture myself as another team, so I can't really tell you. I'm sorry, Pirates fan. But yeah, I will be sure to. Are you able to stick around for autographs? No, I can't do that. Can't sign autographs. But yeah, all right. You guys all have a great night. Y'all take care. Again, thank you so much for coming out. Again, I'll be back Wednesday afternoon with these two teams. Tomorrow, I'm doing a random game. It is the Royals and the Red Sox. So that'll be fun. You guys all have a great night. Y'all take care. Peace. I can find the end broadcast button. Yeah, there we go. All right, bye-bye.